Hey everybody, my name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
I want my
baby back, Chili, baby back, red.
Caller, this call is for Ayala. Hi. So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me you're my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick Gers! Oh, Nick.
Me Chinese, me play jokes, me put pee-pee in your coat.
What's up, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll...
I feel like a lot of us are conservative in the way that we just want to be able to say the N-word and it not really matter.
That's all I want. Come on. Is that so much to ask? Can't I just say the N-word? Does that make me a bad person?
Come on, guys.
Violet's a huge fan of yours. She loves censored TV.
Oh, great.
I do. I love your show. Big fan.
All she wants is to be able to say the N-word, but that's the only thing that's holding her back in life.
Yeah.
Oh, it just, you go like this.
I'm taking the dog. Dumbass.
I'm taking the dog.
He's just happy to have the attention. He's just happy to have the attention.
Got tired of my scheming. It's me. Hi, I'm the baggy. It's me.
Our next guest is originally from Danville, Illinois. He enjoys cold beer and hot music. Says that he and his mom don't see eye to eye on his love life. And he claims that his job has cost him several relationships. Please welcome Robert Faggot. Fine, how are you? Faggot is rather an odd name.
Yeah, you know, it is an odd name.
Speak does not make you intelligent. Now get out of here.
No, Mr. Stay. Mr. Kochata.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day, bitches.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
About Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy World Down Syndrome Day.
Happy Syndrome Day.
Sunday, Monday,
Happy Day.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Happy Day.
Thursday, Friday,
Happy Day.
the weekend comes, my cycle hums.
Your lip. Just kind of get it in there. Fill it in a few different times just to kind of get a real deep color. And then kind of go in here at the bottom.
Oh, boys and girls, welcome to SimpCast, your very favorite appointment viewing Sunday night show. We simp for you, you simp for us. Again, this is a fun, lighthearted show with fun, lighthearted topics, but sometimes serious ones. And yes, hello, chat. Oh, good, the food is here. What's this? Oh, I got food. All right. Okay. Thanks you. Someone brought me food and a baby. Hello. Okay. Guess what, guys? I'm going to be doing a stand-up show. First time since giving birth. My goodness. It's coming up. It's going to be in July. July 20th. Oh, my mom's birthday. Don't get sad, Chrissy. No, Saturday, July 20th. If you're in the Westchester area, I'll be headlining in Mount Kisco at this venue called Jazz on Main. I think there's going to be 2 shows that night. My good friend, my funny friend, Keanu Thompson will be performing that night as well. So come on out. Tickets, I gotta find a ticket link. We may have created one. It's just not on my calendar yet because I'm still in the baby mode. I got baby brain. My brain is shrunken. Anyway, time to bring in our fabulous guests, Cat Canada and Keanu Thompson, and whoever else is coming later. Yay! A little bit about my outfit. I'm sure you're wondering, Chrissy, who are you wearing? This is a pajama shirt from last night that I have worn all day. Literally, like I spent the whole day meaning to change out of this shirt, and then I blinked and it was 8:45 p.m. and I was like, well, I guess this is my show shirt now.
It's hot.
Chrysanthemum, a lot of people who newly give birth to humans, they just wear sweatshirts or something all day around. That's probably a matching set. Say it is, even if you don't have the bottoms on. Oh no, no, it does match. It matches. That's a lovely, lovely, lovely pajama outfit. So,
and you know what?
You're
I'm just
comfy chic.
I'm gonna keep wearing this right to bed. Why not? I just have not reached this level of, usually I can throw on something I haven't slept in for my day. But you know what? It was a Sunday. So I don't know. I definitely feel a little squirrely.
Chrissy, at your when I woke up at your bachelorette party, I had slept in my jeans. That's normal for me. That's completely normal. So you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know how you can sleep in a jean. Like, that's a hard.
I like to sleep in my shoes too. I'm weird. I just like to.
That seems like a prison habit. Like you're ready to just jump out and run out at a moment's notice.
I don't like my feet. Well, first of all, there's a devil cat here. So right. I don't, yeah, but also I don't know. I just, it comforts me to sleep in the cute outfit that I went out in.
You probably feel protected to fall asleep with your shoes on. But do you know
like
that
my feet to be encased in something? I don't know why.
Back in the day in college, if you fell asleep at a party with your shoes on, I believe that gave the go-ahead to the other party goers to fuck with you, like draw a penis on your head, stick your hand in warm water,
put a penis on your head,
yes, just put their penis on your head and just stencil around it, stencil
around it. Luckily, I'm never the one that falls asleep first. Never. Or
ever.
It can't be soft if you're going to stencil.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. How embarrassing. It's stenciling a soft penis.
Yeah. Wait. So what's worse? A hard penis being stenciled around your forehead or a soft one? Both.
I think I would wake up if there was a hard member against my face. I don't know if I would wake up for a soft one. I don't know if I would feel that. I'm not saying a hard member would sound more like.
I think I'd wake up either way. I'm
untoward.
Light sleeper.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be erect if you're doing a practical joke. So If you are, you should, yeah, it should. You could just draw a dick. I don't think anyone. Actually, you know what, Chrissy? I take this all back. No one is stenciling dicks. That's terrible. I think they're just drawing them out of their memory.
Right. If I was a guy, I would always, and I was gonna stencil my dick onto someone's face. I'd probably draw it a little bigger. I'd probably freehand it a bit. You know?
Right. Then it becomes. Well, wait. Is this a stencil? Did somebody actually have their dick on my head?
Right.
Or is this like a, wow, this got off to a
This
weird
is a great intro. Did you girls both go to college?
Yes. But not like the kind where I was in dorms sleeping there. I lived close by enough to not have to be in dorms.
I always felt really bad for those kids, the ones that like were commuters, because I was like, oh, you're not getting the whole experience. You're not getting the whole, hooking up with somebody down the hall experience. But you probably got more done. You probably got better grades.
Well, I mean, I was paying for it, so I was trying to get good grades. Yeah. It was accounting. It was so boring.
It's a whole different thing, I guess, if your parents pay. It's like, this is just a party.
It's like summer camp. Yeah.
I lived in the dorm, but I lived with my boyfriend for the most part the first year, and then I lived off campus. But yeah, all a party, lots of dicks being.
Sorry, don't mind me. I just I'm having a little bit of a chicken franchise moment.
I love it.
Ooh,
do it up close.
I don't have a knife. I don't have a knife. This is really.
Take another bite. Can I put you on solo layout?
Is that a schnitzel?
No, it's a chicken franchise.
Oh,
take another bite.
It's dripping. Oh my god, it's all over my mouth.
It's so good.
I'm
yummy. I love it.
This is definitely someone's fetish somewhere. Wow.
Someone's simping for that chicken bite right there. That's good simp quality content right there.
Wow, it's really good. We gotta remember whatever place we ordered this from, Frank. Wow, how unprofessional.
Did you eat anything today?
Luckily, I'm using this shirt also as a napkin. I'm homeless.
It's fine.
It's all good. Yeah. Hello, guys. Hi. Sorry. Make these degenerates pay extra so you eat. See, to me, it's like it's not as professional to subject you guys to this. Hold on.
You're allowed. You're feeding a human, and from what you say, he's like what did you call it? Super turbo feeding, he wants to eat every hour.
He's cluster feeding. Yeah, and I think I had some ice cream last night, so I'm pretty sure I can't have ice cream ever again. Like as long as I'm breastfeeding him, because I think it's bothering his stomach. So I'm officially done with ice cream. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. He could just be in a growth spurt right now, but like,
did he have the shits today or something, or what?
Yeah, I mean, his life is having the shits. He just like,
yeah.
It's constant diarrhea. He farts with no regard for
reckless abandon.
Yeah, he farts with reckless abandon. He farts with his whole little body. He'll just go, and then he'll just like look into my eyes and like make a human, like a full-grown man sounding fart.
That's because he's a boy and he's just trying to.
Really? Do baby girls do this too?
Yes.
Like, do they fart as hardcore?
Yeah, they do. They all did.
You have children, right, Kat?
I have one of each, a boy and a girl, but they were babies a really long time ago. They're 7 and 9 now. So, yeah, time flew by like that.
Look, I'm actually eating it in the shape of something.
That looks like chicken.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to. I'm really a chicken sculptor.
You're
if anything.
sculpting a chicken out of a chicken piece.
I'm basically like Da Vinci. You know, I'm just sort of like carving around it. Like there's art in here. I'm just eliminating everything that's not the art.
Throw it against the wall and you'll be Jackson Pollock.
Now it just looks like
they really pounded the shit out of that chicken. It's quite thin.
Yeah, look how thin it is. This is a very Italian place we got it from.
You ever have that pounding mallet and cook your chicken that way yourself, or tenderize the heck out of it?
We have a pounding mallet. Yep.
I love it.
Sorry, this is really. I always give Lila shit for eating on the stream, and look at me now. All right,
Chrissy,
Well,
you're
mom's gotta
feeding
eat.
another
What do you-
human. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read something today on Instagram that breastfeeding takes up 30% of your brain power. I'm like, Jesus fuck! I'm only dealing with 30%. Like I'm
30%
only at
of your brain power.
yeah, something like that. I was like, what the fuck?
That must
That's a
be
lot.
why, like, I'm the IT guy of these streams that we're doing because you're. It's the weirdest thing because I'm technologically retarded, but I'm like, well, why don't you just do this? You're like, oh yes, that does make sense. But I can't imagine that that would be true. You seem to have full functioning brain power.
It's pretty crazy. I feel like I can't do anything. Like I did the math. I think you breastfeed for something like 6 or 7 hours a day. It's like a full work day.
And it's fascinating. Wow.
Yeah,
Especially
what I need
with cluster feeding. That's like every 5 minutes.
yeah, cluster feeding is like every hour, but it might be to like soothe him. Like if he's just feeling like emotional and freaked out, it's like usually he eats for milk, but sometimes he'll just like stay there and then
He'll eat
he'll
for
just
the
like
nipple.
cuddle. Yeah, he'll just like cuddle up. It's really cute. Ah, sorry guys. This is
Well, if you need to feed, we'll talk
no, it's
amongst
all good.
ourselves. Don't
It's
worry.
all good. He's got his 2-month doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I think he's got to be like 12 or 13 pounds. He's like a little sack of potatoes.
He's a chunk.
He's dense, you
It
know.
happens quick, hey? Like it just happens so fast.
I looked at the newborn clothes and I was like, "Are we shrinking these in the wash? Is that what's happening?" Because I hate when like I shrink any of like Frank's shirts or anything like that. But I'm like, are these clothes all shrinking? Like, were they really that small? I don't know. I'm losing my mind.
You're doing great, Chrissy. You're goddamn. Yeah. Like I said, Mickey gave us cold formula and I'm fine, aren't
You're
I?
great.
You
You're
know?
better than fine. I love your shirt, Keanu. It looks like the type of bathing suits I would wear to diving practice.
I have a bunch of these. They're that weird thing. I just ordered.
Oh
this
my
one.
god, it looks like it's like drawing your tits. Like it looks like it drew
Yes.
your tits on with spray paint. Is that intentional?
It's an optical illusion. It's supposed to be like to
Oh
like
my
look like
god, that's
yeah.
cool.
Very 90s, yes.
It is like it's like a magic eye. Remember the magic eyes from the 90s? You would stare at a thing and then pull it away and be like, "Oh, a sailboat." I can't believe I just spent a half hour on that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like the insides of your body or something. And then that one with hands.
Ooh.
I have a bunch of these. Yeah. $3
God.
Sheen.
I love it. You just wear a shirt once and then you throw it away like a Kleenex.
Kinda. Yeah.
It's okay. I don't know why I'm
No,
shitting on you.
I've
Like-
worn this a couple times.
Like I'm so much, what you got to do is like you got to at a certain point like get rid of clothes that are not I'm just accumulating. I have so much stuff. And like you kid yourself thinking like, "Oh, I'll wear this. Oh, it's okay. I'll wear it at some point." But you don't.
It's the only thing I hoard. The only thing I collect. The only thing I want to own is an inordinate amount of clothes. I
Me
threw
too.
away 4 pairs of leggings today and I wanted to cry.
What? Were they
I swear
bad?
to God. Wouldn't I'm like, I may wear these, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
make room. Other than that, I'm like, get rid of everything. Every sentimental thing that Gino has, I'm like, I just put it in the garbage and see if he sees if he fishes it out.
Yeah.
Like
And he's
that's
like, "That's my favorite ricotta container that I like to drink out of."
right. Well, I'm like, I threw a straw away once. He's like, well, Max Loads drank out of that straw at this game. I'm like,
Was it like a reusable, like a hard plastic Starbucks straw kind of thing?
no, Chrissy, it was just a
Just a
fucked
straw?
up old straw.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
depression era hoarding.
That's hoarding. Yeah. So we are meeting in the middle somehow.
Kat, are you drinking out of a French press?
I love that
Yes.
about her. I love that.
What the fuck? What? Why? That's funny, actually.
Just people started noticing that I'm using very odd vessels for drinking, so I just kind of went with it and
Just
trying to
do it.
just
It's your
pick
thing.
it
Speaking
up
of
a
odd
notch.
vessels. Yeah, this is I think somebody gave this to me like way back when, and I'm finally using it for coffee. Yes, it's my other show. You know, I've had this damn show on Compound Media since 2019, and there's like no merch. I have no shirts. I got to do something about that.
Oh, we have the wet spot rag.
Mhm.
It hangs in our
A
bathroom.
fan made one rag, like one towel. It's like a rally towel, I think it's called, or a golf towel.
Well, we still, it hangs in our bathroom. So,
But that's I want something that I can like give to the bleacher creatures, give to people.
they take enough, don't they?
I like them. They're growing on me. Do
We
you know
love
that
them.
one of the bleacher creatures push-ups, Lila had him at her house along with somebody else, Drew. He's like he was a Marine and he got vaccine injured, and he has like a really compelling story actually. But she had Drew and push-ups over her house, and her mother cooked them all like Filipino food. I was like, I would never have push-ups at my house. She's too nice. Push-ups, I'm sure you're in the chat. What's up, buddy?
I would actually, you know what? I have no scruples. I'd probably have them all over in my house too, I suppose. Nikki would too, but yeah, no, that's sweet. Wait, Lila's house? That's so
Yes.
nice.
Yeah, because Lila's mom, she'll come into town like every few months or so, and she loves it because like she just helps her clean, like do all the things that moms are good at. Like I remember when my mom would come over to like my apartment or usually my college dorm, and she would like tidy up and do laundry and stuff. And it's like, oh, it's such a weight lifted off your shoulders. What, you saw push-ups, Junior? You saw push-ups yesterday in all his glory. Yeah, you should, if you see him, just tell him how Jewish he looks. He loves that.
He does love that. He loves it. Did he go to the thing in what are they in
There
Texas?
there was a big meetup in Dallas. It was a Geeks and Gamers Rip-a-verse meetup, but it became sort of like just a who's who of the internet based on the pictures I saw. Lila was there, Alex Stein was there, the FNT boys were there, X-Ray Girl.
And then did Mint Salad. She was there.
She was there. Her boyfriend got arrested. I don't really understand the context for that, but it's always fun. Someone's always getting arrested at one of these meetups. You got to keep it interesting.
I don't know what the context with that was either. I just saw one video where she was like, "What am I recording? Oh,
I saw that too.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. It's actually funny how like delightfully clueless she was.
She was just like, "What am I recording?"
She didn't seem super concerned.
I have no idea why he would have been arrested. I don't know, but
I think there's bad blood between the Rip-a-verse people and her boyfriend.
Interesting.
I think he's like critical of them, and I mean that's putting it lightly.
Well, I'm glad Mint had a good time. She looked like she did. I love her. I can't say nice enough things about her, but
yeah, she's a delight.
She is.
She's been fun every time she's been on the show. All right, I can't find the clip. She has like I didn't realize like how much kind of like nudie photos she kind of has on her timeline.
Oh yeah, I like everyone. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at you. Look at those boobs.
Goodness. I mean, if I weren't a mother, goodness. Hi, Kat. What's popping? What's going on in Canada?
Okay, so Canada is poised to start taking this country back from the authoritarian cry bullies.
Say what? We were ready to throw you out with the bathwater.
Okay, still consider us, keep that as plan B. But for now, I'm volunteering with an organization that's putting on a conference that's going to address, all the authoritarianism and censorship that's sprouting all over this country. And we're hoping it turns into a really big annual, maybe even more than annual event here.
When is it?
It's this month, so it's June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. We've got a venue in Victoria, BC, which is nice. It's in my province. Lots of speakers are already confirmed. We have, Dr. Peter McCullough, Jay Bhattacharya.
Oh, I love Peter McCullough.
I know. We have Brian Peckford. He was one of the people that literally drew up the Canadian Charter. like lots of people that are, you know, very concerned in the direction that the country's going. So we're actually, we're hoping that this is an annual thing, and we're hoping that this is the start of course correcting our country here. And I'm super stoked to be volunteering my time for them. Hopefully, not this year, but next year, we're hoping to have Jordan Peterson and James Lindsay there. We're hoping to have Gad Sad there.
Gal Gadot?
Gad Sad.
Oh,
not
that's
Gal.
good too.
She knows nothing. She's celebrity.
I know. Like she's
yeah.
She's
So
a
that's
beautiful airhead. Yeah.
That's well. I don't know. I just spoke. I just remember her in that video that the celebs put together during lockdown.
Oh God, yeah. Like we know what you're going through. It's hard. Oh, it's all.
Oh, is it so hard for you? Okay.
Like let's just say.
What was it? It was like
Imagine.
I they're saying I take credit, or I something like they were taking credit, or they were like wow.
Something
I'm
accountability.
Yeah, that too. They did a video like that too. Something about either BLM or some sort of like, I don't know, lifting
black and white.
Like even me as a celebrity, I'll do better. Get out. All
if
right.
it's possible.
Okay, if it's possible for me to do any better, I will. I swear.
What makes me happy, right? If you guys are gonna spam the chat, the least you can do is subscribe. I think that's fair.
Yeah, for Christ's sake.
What's made me happy this week? The word on the street is that electric cars are not really going to be a thing.
I don't think they ever were going to be.
There was a moment where I was like, do I have to fucking buy one of these dumb fucking wind up cars? And turns out our infrastructure can't really support that. Like maybe 20% of people, but not it's a scam. And I was so relieved by that.
It's the same thing as solar panels. It's like people will call you on the phone, like from the cable company, and idiots will go like, do you mean to tell me I could save this much money this time per month? Because idiots talk on the phone to the cable company, right? And then they get solar panels, and then it's like, okay, whatever. But it's not really viable. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
When Frank and I were at our last apartment, he gets so many spam calls, but he would get a lot of spam calls for solar panels, and he would just like keep them on the phone as long as possible. He would basically like get them to the point where like they were going to try to put solar panels, but not on an apartment building. You can't do that. But he would like give them the address. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, we want solar panels," and it's like a fucking apartment building, so it's like we would not have the authority to do that.
At the end of the call, let me give you the number of my super.
Yeah,
because I live in an apartment building. But
I miss our super. Our super's name was Kino, and he did jack shit. He was the only one. He must have had a sweet deal. I think he was living there probably for free in exchange for like super activities, which he barely did. He'd always say, I think he was like Eastern European. He'd be like, "Call me tomorrow," and he'd be like, "Kino, the fucking thing is like exploding and leaking." He'd be like, "Call me tomorrow." The only time he ever acted with any urgency was like I was going to work one day and I went to leave and the fucking doorknob fell off on both sides of the door.
Oh,
like I went to leave and I had locked myself inside somehow by doing that. So I was like trying to go to work and there's a doorknob out in the hallway and a doorknob just like at my feet. I was like, "Kino, I'm locked at the
doorknob fell off.
Call me tomorrow." No, I'm stuck now, currently. And then he came over. And then we had some mice that we caught. It was fun. All that stuff gives you character, I think.
And that was also in New York?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The first mouse that we trapped under the oven, I pulled it out of the glue trap. Well, I didn't pull it off. I just like pulled the trap out from under the oven, and I was crying because I was like, "Oh my god, it's a little life!" And then, the fifth mouse, you're like, "Get this fucking thing!" You're throwing it down the garbage chute.
I had one mouse in the first apartment I ever lived in New York, and I don't think I've ever seen a mouse ever. I reacted. It wasn't. I was so shocked in the way that I reacted. I was watching Survivor. I'll never forget it. Just in the middle of the day, and a mouse. I'm like, is that a? But I stood up on the couch and I'm like I Love Lucy, like, like I'm like $500 later. I'm like, please get this intruder out of my home. Like they're like, it happens. I'm like, no, this is horrifying. And then I mean, I moved out hastily because I couldn't even handle it. And of course, if you see a mouse in a field, I'd feel bad, but it's really
That's where
odd
they
when I see
belong.
them. Yeah.
At least that's the one good thing about 6 is that she's keeping the mice away.
I guess.
Although I could see her like in the middle of the night, just like dropping one on your head while you sleep, you know? Like, I brought you something, Keanu.
Look, Keanu, here's a gift for you.
It's still alive.
Oh my God.
My
you know
cat
what?
has too.
Oh God, horrifying. No.
Do you have a cat,
I
Canada?
used to. Yeah, she brought us all kinds of gifts: a bird, a mouse.
Alive or dead?
Dead.
Ah.
Yeah. She's like,
I
these
was
things are useless. I shall hunt for them.
Wow.
And they think that's like a nice thing to do.
Yes.
I was walking. I was on the Upper East Side today walking, and it wasn't a dead pigeon run over. I walked over like a tiny little dead bird. I don't even know where it came from or why. It just was
Like out of a nest?
It looked like Chicken Little. Like
I
know,
like
it
a
was
brand new baby that fell
I know, but
out.
I'm like,
Yeah.
where'd you come from? You don't even look like a pigeon. What is this? And it was on the sidewalk, not even on.
And you're like, there's no nests around. There's no trees.
Yeah,
that's weird.
animals don't belong in Manhattan, honestly.
No, no, they really don't. One of the scariest things I'll never forget. I was walking and like the timing of it was so perfect that I literally, as my foot was coming to the sidewalk, a little like a rat, not a mouse, it was a rat. It was a fucking one of these bad boys. I felt him run under my foot just as I was like putting my foot down, and I was like, it was the scariest. The timing was like, that's a 1 in a bajillion thing, you know?
Because they're not afraid. Pigeons and rats, they're not afraid. A pigeon scared the fuck out of me today. Just really confidently flew right down in front of me. I'm like, ah! Everybody's like, I'm like, okay, listen.
I will take a pigeon. I will take a rat any day over any kind of flying insect.
I don't like those
kind of.
either.
Were you bartended? Did you have like a roach problem? Did they have? Oh, they call them water bugs.
Oh, in South Carolina, they call them palmetto bugs, which are flying cockroaches.
Yeah.
Not where I bartended. I don't any bug. I think roaches are. I'm terrified of spiders, but I don't see them here. I think roaches I'm actually more scared of than
roaches are the worst. If they fly, my biggest fear is a roach flying and getting caught in my hair and me not knowing like where it is or how to get it out. Like that's the biggest liability about having like big hair, long hair is like, yeah, bugs could get stuck in there. And then what are you gonna do? I light my head on fire? It's so scary. Because when I used to work at the Patriot on Chambers and Church Street, they would crawl up out of the fucking sink and they'd be in the basement and stuff.
I only
like,
worked.
Oh, it's just a water bug, and I'm like, pretty sure.
Okay, that's a very nice, phrase for like that's a la cucaracha. Okay, I don't want it anywhere near this bar. No.
Yeah, when it's like the size of your like thumb size.
Oh, you know what? Now that you say it, I did walk in there. I only worked at that bar in the daytime, and I was just there completely on my own. And apparently, they were having like a mouse problem. And I walked in one day, and they had set out traps everywhere. And I'm walking around. They didn't even tell me. And I'm walking around like, and they were just all fucking like, one was alive on it. I'm like, I love animals, but I'm like, I can't. I called my buddy Jack who lived down the block. I'm like, come help me. He's a regular at the bar. I'm like, get this out of here. I can't do this by myself.
Oh God. Fealty's saying that there's a giant venomous flying spider coming to New York. Fealty, why would you tell us about this?
I don't believe it. I choose not to believe it.
No.
Coming to New York sometime this year. Oh.
Oh, is it
Oh,
like those
no.
murder hornets? Is it like another murder hornet type story?
What does this look like? It's called a Joro spider.
Just one, or are there many?
No, it's when they say it's like an invasion, it usually means more than one.
Yeah. Like
One? Still better than the illegals. At least these you can kill and nobody will get upset with you. Oh my god. What's the illegal situation like in Canada?
Oh, it's the same. They're pouring
It's
them
the
through the borders. Yep. They're coming. Like there's a famous one. I think it's in Quebec, Roxham Road. It's it's pretty bad. The guards at the border, they literally direct them. Here's the bus that you get onto. This will take you to the migrant center. This, here I'll call you a cab. We've seen footage of them literally helping them carry their luggage. They're just pouring in through our.
So they're basically concierge people. They're like,
I would be so ashamed if that was my job and this is what I was doing, literally helping people who cross. And like they obviously they don't get detained. Like they're like, well, you'll be arrested, but they don't get arrested. They get processed and they get sent to
a nice hotel or something.
Yeah. And on top of that, like our country has decided that, in addition to the nearly 500,000 immigrants that are coming into this country, they're deciding to up those numbers. And that's the number they give us, but in reality it's more like minimum double that amount. And as you can guess, housing crisis, healthcare crisis, skyrocketing prices everywhere. So it's the same story here.
what kind of illegals are you getting in Canada? I think, what do we have mostly, Keanu? Venezuelan in New York?
Whatever.
Somehow I don't notice.
I don't know how they're making their way up from the States and coming in.
Right. So they're making their way into America, and then America for them is not even good enough, and they're still making their way to Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
Where in Canada do you live again, Kat?
I'm on the West Coast, so like I'm just above so I'm above California there.
So opposite from Frankie McDonald. Because Frankie McDonald lives on the East Coast.
Yes.
It's Muffin.
Do you get a lot of Americans that are fed up with a lot of lefty sort of Americans go, well, I'm going to move to Canada if this person's elected president or what have you. Have you experienced that, or are they full of shit?
They're full of it. They're not moving anywhere. Like I've seen the celebrities making the statements that they look so ridiculous when they say that. They're not going anywhere. If they come here, they'll be shocked. Who was it? Someone I saw saying, I'm from New York and I'm used to expensive things. And I come up to Canada and like, I'm shocked at the prices here because our government is insane. Trudeau is insane. We're being taxed out, out through our ears. The carbon tax is in effect now. So like everything is obviously skyrocketing in prices. It's pretty crazy.
You're like, I don't even have any carbon. Why am I being taxed?
And like, meanwhile, he's flying around, not just one campaign jet, like normal, hopefuls to prime minister hopefuls, but two. He needed 2 jets for his campaign and all kinds of jet setting around the world.
Who else is running?
Well, we have, I don't know if you saw that it was now famous video, like it caught even the attention of Alex Jones and Elon Musk. It's Pierre Poilievre. He's the conservative hopeful for prime minister in 2025. He's poised to win. His numbers look really good. Trudeau's party might not even form official opposition here. That's how bad he's doing in the polls right now. We might end up with like an obscure French party out of Quebec as opposition, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy, but
wow.
It's pretty dire here. Like liberals are jumping ship because no one can afford to live. People are literally signing up for medical assistance and dying because they can't afford to live. And it sounds like I'm telling a morbid joke, but that's like actually reality.
Yeah, it's everywhere, I guess. It's just like, what am I even seeing? Is this for real? Yeah. Canada, America.
It is minestrone. Sorry.
Yes. Let's do an eating camp. Take another bite.
Sorry.
One more bite.
Wow. Sorry.
For the boys.
Sorry to disrespect you all like this.
You're not. I think they love it. Ooh, yummy. I'm sorry I did that to you. It was just so
it has
cute.
like no salt at all, but I'm down with it.
Oh my god, I would douse it in salt. Is it good?
Yes, I highly recommend this show that we started watching on Netflix. It's like it's got so much going on. It's about I don't know where this town is, but this guy's basically like a bajillionaire, and he's 86 something years old. He's like in his 80s. He's old as fuck. He's rich as fuck, and he owns a whole town. And it's he made all his money from owning this Renaissance fair, and then he ended up just like buying the whole town that it's in, and he's basically like mayor of the town. And he's so rich. He talks about like wanting to go to Switzerland and paying someone to like end his life and stuff like that. And then as this show goes
Like
on and on, as the show goes on, he's like, and at this time in my life, I only really want to find a companion. I want a garden, and I want to, I don't know. And then he said like find a companion. I'm like, this old man is like horny, I think, because he keeps bringing up like companion, and he has like he has like Skarsgård eyes that kind of go out this way, like they each go out like that way. They don't like go forward; they go like that.
Like
remember
maybe
the guy who played the It clown? He has like the eyes that go that way,
like
that.
two wandering eyes.
Yeah, two wandering eyes, and he starts talking about how he takes Viagra every day, like just in case,
Somebody walks up. And
I'm like, this horny motherfucker.
What network is that on? What's it on? You don't know.
Please, somebody in the chat. I think it's called Ren Fair. Wait, I'm gonna just look it up.
Old man who wants to kill himself the Kevorkian way with two wandering eyes and is very rich.
It's called Ren Fair.
Ren Fair?
It's a docu-series. Oh my God.
It's a
yes, it's real. It's a docu-series. They're following this guy around. And I love the Renaissance Fair. I've gone there's one in Tuxedo, New York every year that we usually go just about like once a year.
I've been a time or two. Okay, this is a docu-series.
They're huge money-making things because everyone who goes to these things, you're basically not leaving without spending $100. Like every time you get a cup of meat or beer, that's $9 or $10, and everybody's getting a turkey leg, and that's probably $12+. And then you're there all day because usually you get dressed up. It's like you make a day of it.
Did you dress up for the Renaissance Fair that you went
I
to?
think the last time I went was the first time I really dressed up, and that was not this past year, but the year before. And it does make the experience more fun. And it's like it's easy enough to just get a couple things off Amazon. Like you just get like a puffy shirt and a little corset and some high boots.
It's fun. It can be sexy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you put on a little bit of an accent. You're like, hello, lords and ladies.
Hello, lord, ladies.
Hello, which way to the alcohol?
Mead. Yeah.
Yes. You've had too much mead, fair sire.
Excuse me. I forget myself.
Yeah, a lot of this, milady. And then you can dress up like a wood nymph or I don't know. Fairies.
It can be sexy. It's like cosplay. Exactly.
Yeah. God, am I gonna get dinged if I play this trailer?
Like as a copyright mean?
Probably.
I want to go to the.
You can cut it out later.
I want to go to this old guy. I'm totally enamored with this fucking old guy here.
Oh, he does have wandering eyes. Oh,
the perfect way to go.
That's him.
Would be have a woman screw me to death. And that's my goal. Okay.
The assistant, like, I've had this face every job I've ever worked at, but definitely my last day job boss. Like, I want to kill myself.
Look at her. Her
executive
lips
assistant.
are furrowed in like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find somebody to take care of the festival before I die.
So he's trying to find somebody to take over the festival before he dies. This Jeff Baldwin guy, which has an uncanny resemblance to Robert Barnes. Like the whole time, I'm like, this is Barnes. Like, if he ever wanted to drop the lawyering, he could pass for this guy, Renaissance Fair guy. And this guy's like, I've been in this for 30 years. They're all trying to like out Ren Fair each other.
I'm trying to play the long game.
He
When
looks like he's
dies,
had a
George
few turkey legs.
has put me in position to possibly fill in for a shiz.
This guy, the Lord of Corn, he makes the kettle corn in like these huge vats, and he's a little intense. Every time the camera's on him, he's chugging a Red Bull.
What is this show called?
It's just called Ren Fair.
Visconti.
It's really awesome. Like the I
Visconti.
saw one episode so far.
We
and I'm
must watch
obsessed.
Ren Fair. Write it down.
This
Because the
looks
old
incredible.
George, he's like 80 something years old. So it's like anybody who's a fucking old boomer like that, who's, pre-computers, he has all these just files of everything, like one long row of files.
Like a
that just
filing
says-
cabinet, and it just
Yeah.
keeps going and
loose
going and
on
going.
his desk. One
I
row of
lo-
files is for his, mate, and that's all the dating websites he's on, and he's on sugar daddy websites too, obviously, because he's a fucking bajillionaire.
Wow.
And
I
one
love
row is
this.
like he's a very organized, but it's just funny, like the boomer organization of it.
HBO
Poor
really has
guy.
a way of making like people into their characters, right? This could have been a boring
what-
story.
This
but
is the kind of thing you have to watch when you get like too black pilled by the news, or you're too worried about. You're like, do I need a generator? Do I need a bunker? Just watch this Renaissance Fair show, and you'll be like, all right.
And of course, this guy is the popcorn guy, and it's a whole thing of it. Oh,
I've only
wow.
seen one episode. I don't want this guy to take it over. He is too intense. I don't think he has the right motivations. I think he just really is power hungry, to be honest.
Mhm.
He wants to graduate from popcorn to being in charge, which is too big of
Yes.
a leap, in my opinion.
The Lord of Corn.
I just don't think Jeff has what it takes. So I want to buy the festival.
All right, here we go, boys and girls.
I have yet to see if
He's the elephant trainer.
they're successfully handed from one person to another.
She looks like God, Lauren Boebert a lot.
When they get their knife out and cut my balls off, I have a reaction.
This is
But he's
incredible.
it just shows him like talking to his driver, and the driver has to like pretend to give a shit. It's like medieval times on crack.
This is awesome.
Wow, it is pretty neat.
Oh,
That's like we don't have this bullshit in Canada because
Some
we're
idiot
normal.
posted.
Wait, you don't have Renaissance fairs in Canada?
I don't
we
know that.
might. I don't. Not that I know of. We might.
Oh
She's
my
like, "We don't do
God.
that here."
Look at his great fucking eyes.
Yeah,
Uh,
look at
that
that.
was
Look at them
creepy.
chompers. Wow.
Huh.
When they make movie version,
They are
Forrest
thick.
Whitaker will play him because of
Yeah.
the lazy eye.
Who will take over? Oh, look, he looks like the It Clown.
So he's basically like resigned himself. I'm going to go to Switzerland and Kevorkian
so.
myself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was looking at that. He's like, oh, they'll do that for you for only $25,000. I'm like, oh, he's got that kind of money. All right, got it.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Oh my
I
god,
love it. I love that. Wow.
it's really great.
Oh
Ugh.
my god, I gotta watch that.
Yeah, and they were talking about how they have to work on their PR because it got out that he's on these sugar daddy sites. And
Oh, like
he's
for
just-
real?
He's just like popping the Viagra every day. He's like a horn dog, basically. But 80-year-old men are not supposed to be taking Viagra.
Isn't
I
that
don't-
like
I
Are they
don't know.
not?
or something? Like
I
it's
don't
got a
know.
Side effect of something.
At that point, if he wants to die anyway,
Yeah, I guess if somebody is willing to engage in sexual activity with him, like go nuts.
but also, I guess if you, it would be embarrassing if he were walking around the Renaissance Fair with an erection at all times. I suppose. Yeah.
Waiting for someone to fall asleep so he could trace it, so he could stencil it.
Yes. See that. If someone, no one should be tracing a dick. For anyone who's in college here, no one should be tracing their dick on your head. Just
Yeah.
draw it freehand.
Draw it.
Yeah.
Brianna, am I back in the studio tomorrow? Not tomorrow, but I am thinking of going back into the city sooner than later. Although all the videos of people getting attacked are not making me excited.
Yikes.
If you want to and you need to do anything, I'll come and hang out with you and I'll hold the bean.
Oh,
I'll
well,
buy a papoose or something.
Frank is definitely not going to let me take the baby into the city until.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe if you needed to feed, you might have to take him.
No way.
But
Are you
you're not-
kidding me?
yeah.
Take the bean into New York City? Like, oh my God, someone's going to just cough in his little face or like.
This is why I can never be a mother. I'm like,
There's
I don't know.
I mean, there's people randomly getting pushed. Some guy got
You're right.
cracked in the head with a bottle, like a full blown wine bottle the other day, and that was a block from Compound Media.
You're right. I'm imagining. I remember, Gino's ex or former co-host's wife. She would get right up on stage in a basement with the baby on her.
Oh,
chest.
right.
Yeah. It
Well, that
seems
was
to be a little
pre-pandemic.
baby to me. Yeah. So
Pre-pandemic, and she had a car, and not that I don't have a car. I have a lovely 2010 Ford Focus that is dependable AF. It's just that, like, where am I going to park?
So even better if you're coming into the city, I'll hang out with you for the hour before you have to go and feed again.
I'll just teach him to like punch people
How's
out.
the pumping going? How long can you leave the house before?
I have to either feed or pump every like 3 hours.
This is horrible and
It's
awesome.
hardcore.
You're such a good
It is
mother.
awesome.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
really are.
pump?
I would never. I would be like, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
did you pump or breastfeed or do formula?
I breastfed. I don't know if you recall me telling you, like my things were like one of them was lazy. One
A
was
lazy boob. One is always more productive than the other.
Not work. And then if I, was away from my daughter for a bit, like I would be so uneven. It was just like such a disparity and she preferred the non-lazy one, obviously, because it's easier for her. And so
the lazy one got even lazier.
Exactly. So I tried to offer the lazy one to her because that's what my doctor said. You got to keep trying. You got to, and in the end, I was just like, why bother? So it's lopsided.
I think most people, the right one is more productive than the left one. They've done studies.
I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the right one that was more productive for sure.
Wow.
I can't imagine. It's so fascinating. It's wild.
And I'm talking like when it was full and it's like rock hard because it's like so full, like literally rock hard. I don't know.
Full of milk.
Yeah. Sorry, but
I saw Chrissie's boobs nude, and I'm like, they have never looked better. My God,
You should see them now. Now they're like monsters.
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a National Geographic way. Yeah. It's like, it's the feeling like you really have to pee, but then like if your bladder got hard.
And it hurts when it's full.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to eat, and they're like, do you go like,
yeah, you got to express.
Yeah. You gotta like
press a bit to
out.
relieve pressure.
Cool.
If you have a man,
there's electric pumps. It's like a double pump, and you just like have different settings. And then there's this manual pump that some people really like called a haka, and it's just like you suction it on, and then it stays on you, suctioned, and then it's supposed to just like pump your milk out like lazily. But it's like imagine it's like, and then you like there, and then it's supposed to just stay. And I don't like it.
I couldn't figure out the pumps. Like they didn't work for me. Like it just something, I don't know. Yeah, it hurt.
So you two are women.
Well,
super women.
maybe you had the wrong size flange. Maybe you needed a lactation person to come in and measure your nipples with a stencil.
I tried. It came with different attachments. I tried every which way. Just I don't know. I couldn't get the hang of it. So I either hand expressed if it ever got to the point where it was like rock solid hard because it was too full, or that was.
A flange.
It's called a flange. It's the
they
little.
don't make them pretty names for the process, right? A flange.
I'm gonna show you what it looks
possibly
like.
look like. Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
Bing, 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 bing. bing,
Da,
bing, bing,
da,
bing,
da,
bing,
da,
bing,
da. Bing, 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 bing.
bing, 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 bing,
Bing.
bing, 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 bing.
Hold. Here it
Cat,
comes.
no more children for you either. You're like, no, I'm done. Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. Their dad wants another one, but we're not together. And I said no.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, he wanted one with you? Well, even though you're like, he's like, hey, even though we're not together, let's just have one more.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's like the trumpety thing that like attaches onto the thing that and this screws into a bottle.
Yeah,
These
so
screws
I
right here.
tried all those sizes and none of them, like, I tried all the attachments that came with it. It just wasn't working.
So the attachments that come with it are sizes like I think it's 24 and 28. This one is 20 and I'm a 20. So that's like, so the ones that it comes with were too big for me, which is why I was glad that the lady measured me or whatever.
Which part goes on your nipple?
The trumpet looking part, like the
bigger part?
Yeah.
The bowl.
The bowl. Look, it's like a bowl
With
that
the
goes
funnel.
on your boob. And you make sure the nip like goes in the tube part.
You have
And
learned so
there's-
much. You're gonna be
Next time you come over, I'll watch. You can watch it. You'll be astounded.
I need to. I know. I can't wait. I miss the bean. I look at that picture every day, and I'm like, I miss him. Ugh.
He's so cute, even when he's like crying and inconsolable.
Wait, that picture you sent me where he was like, "The fuck."
Yeah.
He's so freaking cute. He's
He
so
literally, when he's sad, he
expressive.
makes this face. He goes, "Nah," but he has like no teeth. So imagine like my face, but much smaller, and going. "Nah."
Oh, yeah, I know.
The toothless crying face. I'm like, no.
He's so fun. He's so cute. He's so cute.
I'm always like, what's wrong?
What do you need?
And then his arms are like, just like flailing.
I held him. He's like, this lady smells like White Claw, and I remember the smell. But
his
I remember
amniotic
her
fluid
annoying
is
voice.
probably 50% White Claw. He's like, I remember this.
That's the cutest baby. That's the cutest baby ever.
Does
I've
he
ever
let you
seen.
put him down, Chrissy? Like,
I basically hold him all day long.
my daughter didn't let me put her down.
Not really. I go, look, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna put you down for just 5 minutes, and then like in 2 minutes, he's like, because
He'll be a
you know what it
mama's
is?
boy then. That's
When you're
good.
so little, for the first few months of life, the babies can't actually differentiate themselves from like their moms. Like they don't know that they're their own body, they're their own person. So when they cry from feeling alone, it's literally because they're having an existential crisis, and they're like, I don't feel my mom, so I feel like I don't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's how they think at first.
They're having a little meltdown.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so crazy. Licking bacon, they never wake up. I don't know what that's from, but thank you. Hunter, I'm a chicken parm person. Me too. It's good. It's like decently healthy. Old dirty hoe. I'm sure you've had worse things on your face.
Other than
okay. A traced peen. I'm a chicken parm person. Thank you, Hunter. Mr. Me, thank you for the orange boy. Kiki shirt makes your tatas look like the drunk emoji.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe.
Junior, Mint and her fat boyfriend were annoying and weird at the meetup. I didn't expect him to get arrested, but that was nice. Oh, there you go. Rose Chandler, evening, ladies. Cat, good luck kicking Trudeau to the curb. Chrissy and Keanu, good to see you again. I'm on a weight loss quest and it's going well. Oh, good for you, Dave, for your tip. You're doing carnivore keto? That worked for me. Hunter Voket, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. I didn't even really need to read that. I knew it.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Thanks, Hunter. Happy Plague Doctor. Last fall, I had a bat fly in my window. It was so weird watching him fly around the rooms. I netted him. He was kind of derpy and chill.
Oh,
Would you hold up
actually-
his finger so he could like perch on it?
When you actually look at like a little bat's face, Not that I want a bat
They're like-
anywhere near me.
Have you seen a bat's face? They're like,
But I like pugs, right? They kind of have the
Oh,
same sort
okay.
of. I'm ugly. I don't know why
Yeah.
I have rubber wings. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like a flying rodent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they
You
still deserve
netted
to
him.
live. I netted him.
I got
Dan
him.
Nealon, many years ago, my first on vacation in Australia, I had a roach land ass first on my arm from the ceiling. Oh, its shell dug a little bit of my skin out. Oh my god.
I have goose flesh. I don't know if you can see. My nipples are hard. That's the most repulsive thing I've ever heard.
That's horrible. What a
Stop
horrible visual.
Yeah. Skin
Ass
part.
first. Ugh. I can't have any kind
Why
of
would it?
on me or in my. Actually, Frank got these really awesome. At first, I was like, "Why do you have these?" But now I'm like, "These are the best things we've ever bought." They're rackets that electrify the bugs. They're like tennis rackets, and so we go around
for a fly that won't get out. Like
not in the yard, but in the backyard leisure area. I'm like, look, if you're a bug and you enter the leisure area, it's fair game to get swatted. Yep. Dave Chandler, watch BBC Planet Earth. It's cities episode. You'll be amazed how many wild animals are thriving in cities worldwide. Ooh.
Oh.
Sounds horrific.
When I was leaving for school.
James Sharp, Viagra is a heart medication. The erection is a side effect that sells better. The Ren Fair guy may not be taking it for erectile dysfunction. He's pretty bold about how he's taking Viagra and Cialis every day.
How is it a heart medication? Like it makes me fall in love. With
Yeah,
the
right.
women
I'm sure the
erect?
doctor's like,
Why?
oh yeah, this is for your heart.
Yeah,
Okay.
meaning like you'll be able to bone ladies you love. Like
Yeah.
what do you mean it's a heart medication?
Everyone likes having a big, hard, throbbing heart.
It's okay to take Viagra. I'm sure it's fine. Whatever, or Blue Chew,
At
what have
80,
you. But
though,
I don't know. I mean, I don't
Not if
know.
you're healthy for it, I guess.
Visconti's 55 and he's constantly erect. He's never taken a Viagra in his life. I don't know what I can't make him not be erect. I don't know. What
That's
to
just a
do.
compliment to you.
I don't even. I'm like that has nothing to do with me. I'm like what?
Yeah, of course it does.
I sneeze and he's erect. So I don't understand it. But whatever. But he's like I can't take it. I don't want to take it, or I'm afraid I'll never be able to stop taking it. But a heart medication that doesn't make sense. So
Yeah. Bob Gable. Chrissy, did the president poop or not? I heard he did. Do we
Wait.
Did you hear about this footage? Let's find it. Yeah, Biden shit himself. What else is new?
Cool.
Every time he slows down and pauses or glitches, it looks like he's doing a number 2.
Okay, this was during D-Day.
And it looked like he shit himself.
He shit himself during D-Day. I mean, we've all. Haven't we all? Okay, let's see. Do 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 do.
Bing, bing,
bing, bing, bing, bing.
Awkwardly
fumbling for a seat. Is this the right one?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just way too old. This is embarrassing.
Yeah, this is the footage.
So
painful.
He's going for a chair that's not there, basically.
Something, and then he freezes, and it looks like.
Oh, and then the camera cuts away from him because that's what they do.
He made a grumpy.
A grumpy. Oh, Johnny Depp. Yeah.
Johnny Depp made that famous. Oh, look at him. What
Yeah,
is he
grumpy.
doing? Jill's like, stop it. There's no chair there.
Why doesn't he have a chair? Why doesn't he have a wheelchair, for Christ's sake, at this point?
I cannot believe that man is
embarrassing. This is what an embarrassment.
You guys have a vegetable as the president. We have like a commie lover.
Which one's Jill?
The blonde one.
They're
That's
It's
her.
Dr. Jill.
Oh, in the black. But then there was
Mhm.
another one.
Oh.
Her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the black here.
People thought he pooped himself.
Yeah, people thought he fucking shat himself.
Oh, he
But
just
why
didn't have
would
a
you?
chair to sit in.
Why
Okay.
would you bend over to shit yourself? Why wouldn't you just stand there and let it go?
Well,
I don't think he even knows what he's
he
doing.
doesn't have the cognitive ability to try and mask it. It just happens. It just comes. So he's like
Like a baby.
Oh, he just didn't have a chair, but he also could have been trying to take a shit.
Pilgrim Media. Chrissy, the La Leche League can help you. Oh, I have a book, I think, by the La Leche League.
Ooh.
It's a breastfeeding thing.
Mm.
Arranged Lunatic. Have you seen the video of the British twin girls going off on the price of ice cream? No. I mean,
Is that something we should be concerned about?
Yeah.
Were they losing their marbles? Like, were they having a melty? Like
melty.
Yeah, literal melty. Oh, is it? Oh, I see this. Yeah, well, big fucking deal. Welcome to America.
Oh, I want is a good a reasonably priced pint of ice cream. Huh? like a reasonably priced pint at the pub. Yes.
Is this it? Oh, they're like little girls.
Oh, little girls. Okay.
9 quid for 2 ice cream. Okay.
Thing van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums.
Aw.
Yeah. For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
9 quid for 2.
Yeah, 9 quid.
Aw.
That is gonna get nowhere. One ice cream is either £1 a pig or £2. That is gonna get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's
Oh
well
my
funny.
god,
She's a business woman.
Cute. How cute is she?
That is
Bloody
adorable.
card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't
Bloody
it?
hell.
It's a hard knock life for us.
She's like, I can't even afford my own ice cream truck when I want to grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Betty can hear me.
Oh my god.
I love her.
It's just like Steph the altar nerd. That's all I think of. Like
There's something so adorable
Oh,
and
how
yet so
cute.
creepy about little kids acting like adults. That's like an adult talking, and yet she's a child. That was adorable.
You know, it's probably because she saved up probably like her allowance money or her own. That kind of anger doesn't like only comes out when that's your money. And it's like, fuck, I'd spend $9 for an ice cream of my own money.
Exactly. Truck comes
Yeah.
by. All I have is 8 quid. It's 9 quid. Wouldn't always like this.
How much is a quid in dollars?
I have no idea at all. I don't even
I know it's like make
I
believe
only
money.
got quid from her. I didn't even know that was a thing. So
I only know about quid pro quo.
quid pro quo.
Hunter Voket, the only hunter we allow in this show. Did any of you ladies get to watch Pat Sajak's final episode of Wheel of Fortune? He gave some very nice remarks at the end. No. So much has happened.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What my god. Jesus Christ, we missed something. So
Who's gonna take
historic.
over? Who's gonna take over? Vanna
Alan
White?
Fuchs. I always tell Alan Fuchs he looks like he should be delivering a giant check.
Be great at that. Yes, he would. He has a game show face.
I tell him all the time. I'm like, you look like Pat Sajak. You should be delivering giant checks. He's
God,
like,
you're
I don't
right.
look like that. Yeah.
Like he doesn't need to say much. He's just sort of like good at,
He looks
Gesturing.
mistrustworthy, but just trustworthy enough to be delivering
He also
a
looks
giant
like
check.
he could be like a villain in a Baz Luhrmann movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Soy sauce head and all.
Hunter Bogan. I love Gino, but he says the F word way too much. He does say it way too much.
Which F word? If it's the
I think he says fuck too much.
I think he says the other one too much, actually. A
Okay,
little bit.
right.
Well, I don't mind when he says the other one, but when he screams it in a hateful way, then. Yeah,
Right.
he does say the F word. He uses it. What does he say? Like fuck. He says he replaces with fuck. I'm like, but then it just sounds
that's
like.
his Bill Pause word. Oh boy.
But it is. But then it's like I was fucking instead of Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
so
were
it sounds odd.
fucking
Yeah,
doing
he
this,
uses
and
them
then
both a bit too much. Yes, for sure.
yeah. You know what stops that? Having a little kid around. My mouth was filthy, and then I started to date Frank, and he has a son, and I was like, well.
When I was around your baby, I'm like, this baby's so fucking cute. I'm like, oh my god.
You know
But,
who doesn't
yeah.
have a filthy mouth? Missy B.
I am an innocent angel.
I love your background. You look like, what kind of a background is this that you have?
It's felt.
Ooh,
Felt.
felt.
Yeah, it's like felt panels, and they're just, I think it's like it's a couple feet.
I like it.
Thanks. Yeah, I was like looking for something on Amazon, like thinking like small squares, small tiles, but they just had like the big one, and I kind of, you can put them in any way you want.
It's cool. Like, it looks like you could be anywhere.
I am. Who knows where I am?
That's
That's what I like. I like being off the grid.
Yeah. What's new, Missy? I saw you on Karl's podcast briefly. That's what we were watching before I started the show.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
We're
That
breaking
was
down, like, is Aaron Imholt a narcissist? And you
no,
sounded very official. I was like, has Missy had schooling on this? Like, you sounded like a psychiatrist.
I mean, I did study. It was my minor in undergrad, so I
Okay.
just because I liked it. But then my major was film. Very two weird things.
Vasanti and I were watching it too. I'm like, for number one, she looks like she's in a chic LA podcast studio. Number
I
two,
did try to go for that. Thank you for saying that. I was like,
it looks like Dear Media. You look like Bravo. You're going to be talking about Bravo or something. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she
Thanks.
really went like, well, this is what I looked up, and from what I've seen, this is that. So it was very professional.
It looks like you're about to interview a schlocky LA comedian.
Yeah. With the because so Karl and I we're adding that segment slowly, and you want to see how people respond to it. But the whole like, who are these narcissists kind of thing. Like, there are so many out there, and with the fucking Stuttering John really as being such an incredible specimen. People are just like, how the
He's
fuck?
the template.
He
like,
is.
You're measuring all of them against him.
Yeah. And so, we've talked about like, oh, who can we start inspecting on and whatnot. And he was like, oh, let's do Aaron Imhold. And like, I had to do my own digging because I didn't really like, I don't know, like I see him. I've always heard Steel Toe with like Gino and stuff. Cuckology.
A cuckology minor.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, and when I looked into it, I was like, this guy isn't a narcissist, but like, yeah, he's egotistical, but like that's not a personality disorder.
And I
Just a
appreciate the
dick.
point you made.
I don't know the guy though.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I appreciate the point you made about him being kind of like in a corner. Like, he's in a kind of a fantastic situation. He's not acting like a normal person would. It's like you're losing your wife in a kind of splashy public way that, like, from an outsider's perspective, you're like, that could have been easily avoided, like.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hit him yet, actually. I'm actually divorced, right? I don't even think it's hit him. And listen, they're good friends. Well, April, we don't know. Whatever, I guess. I love her, but that's neither here nor there. They are both close to us, but I don't even think that whole thing has actually hit him yet, But he's trying to ride the wave. And Aaron, when he tries to be the cool guy, comes off like
he can't
Dude,
be
it's a little
ridiculous.
douchey.
He's not
But
the
it's
cool
not.
guy.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying I don't like the
well,
guy. I don't know him.
Like Ned
yeah.
Flanders trying to be
I'm
cool.
his
It's
friend and
not
I'm
his
saying
vibe.
it. Yeah, it's not his vibe when he tries to be the cool guy. So, but also I think it's been so much. It's been this crazy thing that's happened. I don't even think he knows how to respond to it other than.
And really, like, it's not like this just started with the Nick stuff, because anybody who was watching the show could see, like, she was upset on that show when she was co-hosting with him, and he was not picking up on her cues and hints, and Like
that's where we told him he faltered.
Yeah.
I said, that's where you faltered in your marriage. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm a narcissist because I had to have my wife on the show with me, even though she didn't want to be. And we're like, okay, it's not the only place you faltered, but
and
it's a big
she
place
was
where you
stressed.
faltered.
She made herself vulnerable to this kind of temptation, both the drugs and the sex. Like, oh, this person is not like I would see like Aaron. He would just be like looking straight ahead, like about the show, about
Let's
him,
make
and
the goal.
never once did he just like fucking actually check in with his wife, like energetically, visually, like realize the state she's in. She's not enjoying herself. She's stressed out. Like,
I think at the beginning too, they were a good pair. Then it just, I don't know how it went down this rabbit hole. They were a good pair for a while until it was like they weren't. Yeah.
I don't know. From the outside, it looks just like just anyone who was watching the show. It looked like he prioritized the show over her, and so he didn't realize.
I think he'd even say that.
Yeah.
Which might make him have some narcissistic tendencies, but I don't know. Textbook narcissist, I'm not sure. Like,
yeah, and if you're not getting that attention from your husband, and then you have this new man who maybe you have chemistry with, like that's the thing is you can't control whether or not you have chemistry with somebody, because like you can feel that and be like, oh God, all right, just fucking be careful. Okay, don't get drunk around this person. Don't let yourself be alone in a hot tub with this person. Like that's if you're trying to protect
and
your
then
marriage,
they did the exact opposite.
Sounds like a sexual predator that you're disguised.
So.
You're like, but you know what I mean? Like everybody, it's not, as soon as you get, married or you've been dating someone seriously for a while, it's like you don't die. You still find people attractive. People still find you attractive. But like that's the care of the relationship, is making sure you're not putting yourself in a position to.
Were they swingers? Like I
no, they were not.
It was they literally swapped wives.
Like, and it wasn't like like they planned that.
No,
like they were like, all right,
my guess is that Nick was attracted to April, and then Aaron was probably like, and I don't know anything about like how it went down, but I think it started with Nick and April. And then because she would go over there and like
hunt on their land,
do hunting, right? And then
hunting for cock.
Aaron was like, hey, well, I guess I like Kayla, seems pretty cool. So
no, I think it was more, I think it's even more sinister and bizarre than that. I think it's more of like,
Chrissie, we are Topo Chico friends.
Oh,
today's show is brought to you by Topo
Chico.
These are actually Frank's, and I try not to have too many because they're his special drinks. But I got him hooked on these when he came to Texas.
They're so good.
And they
stay
even
bubbly.
Fizzed. Yes, exactly.
You could have this out
overnight,
for a whole day. Overnight, it's still gonna be just as fizzy.
Is it a pop? What is that?
It doesn't get flat. It's mineral water, but it's like carbonate. It's basically like super seltzer.
I've only ever had the White Claw version of Topo Chico, but maybe if I drink more water. That might be
like ooh, it's like a party in your mouth.
It is
like Pop Rocks or something like that.
Yeah, it stays. Nobody likes a flat seltzer, and then it's basically water.
I will drink an old White.
Then it still tastes weird.
Open, but.
Yeah.
It's just like off
water,
carbonated, non-carbonated.
This is a thought I've had of like maybe certain things were overlooked because of Nick's.
I forgot we were talking about this.
Internet stature and wealth, maybe.
Clout chase off Nick.
Like, I think I can understand how someone is more forgiving because, wow, this person's rich, has a big house. Like, maybe I'm not comfortable with this, but they have a really nice house. So
it's not that. I think, and just as they're my friends, and Aaron wouldn't shit on me for saying this, I think he's a doofus. And went, I think that the three, maybe Aaron, excuse me, I get them confused. Nick, Kayla, and April probably had maybe the idea a little bit before Aaron was in on it. And then,
of course, yes.
And then Kayla go and, entice Aaron because he's like, well, yeah, I'm cool too. Somebody likes me. It was sort of a distraction. That's just my opinion. And I think,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because he's blinded by the goal and being a doofus and whatever.
Goal.
I mean, I'm his friend, and I'm saying that.
And I
April
think
would
it's-
say the same thing probably.
I
So
think it's easier for a girl to be seduced by a couple than a man to be seduced by a couple or like
Right.
a single woman, I think.
Right. And if you hear him tell that first story of the girls started making out and they put on Aaron's favorite movie, of course, Inglorious
Cars.
Bastards.
Oh.
Or, what
That's a real sexy movie.
Glorious
Actually, no, it
Bastards
was-
where they
actually,
are
no, it was,
scalping people.
No, it was it's even worse. It's they're both great movies. It's the slave one, Tarantino, I forget whatever it's called. Django Unchained. The girls all of a sudden start making out as if maybe it was sort of a plan, and then
They were unchained.
yeah, it's just my opinion. But then April was really excited about it. He was like, I don't know if I liked that, or so he's a doofus. He's not a narcissist. He's a doofus. I don't think he really saw all of that. But
He probably did not think he would lose. He didn't imagine a scenario which he could lose his wife over it.
But then he kind of picks up. He's like, oh, well, I'm seeing other women. It's it's a very interesting situation. I can't wait to see the documentary about it in 10 years, or
Oh my gosh. Okay. Who knows? I haven't talked with either of them in a while. We don't know. It's all speculation. Licking bacon quid is a British pound and it's $1.30. Oh.
Okay, so it's like $12 for those 2 ice creams.
Holy cow. That is
no
a
wonder
lot.
she was
Ice cream, Betty can hear me.
Oh, for bloody sake.
For
Bob Gable, Jill leads him off before the ceremony ends. Never shook veteran's hands. Ooh, look for that video. I heard that. I heard he didn't shake the veteran's hands. Probably
he
because
shit himself, maybe.
He shit
though.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Bob Gable, Kiana, do you think you and Gino were being groomed?
By whom?
I don't know. Yeah, by who?
By
Didn't Aaron say he fell in love with Kayla? Maybe he did.
I think yeah, sure. He did. Right, exactly. But me and Gino, try grooming either of us. Are you fucking kidding?
You guys are too stubborn to be groomed. You're very not groomable.
Are you fucking serious? Absolutely not. They'd be like, something is amiss here. And there's 5 children. I don't know what's happening. We need to, absolutely not. Gino, let alone me, be fucking groomed. Absolutely not.
You can definitely lure Keanu into a van with some White Claw, though.
White Claw and Skittles.
Absolutely. But that would be of my own accord. White Claw Skittle van, maybe. I'm like a kid. An idiot kid.
Oh, I meant to bring this up earlier. Remember in the intro where it's like the Tards saying Happy World Down Syndrome Day?
Yes.
They have me. I went to go tweet at them, or check their status for some reason on Twitter.
They have an account, those 4?
Believe it or not, I am blocked from drag syndrome. Isn't that
my
horrible?
God.
Syndrome. Oh, I gotta look that up now. Good grief.
What did I ever do to deserve a block, drag syndrome? This is horrible. How could you?
Oh my God.
I don't think you guys know. I have I'm retarded on my mom's side. I have a retarded great uncle. I visited him all the time in the nursing home. Me and my sister played our clarinets for them. We brought him brownies and cookies. We would pass out cookies at the nursing home.
Wow, this is really not very inclusive of them.
No. You
Look
can't
at that
block
cover
somebody.
photo.
I'm technically a little retarded. This is really not fair. Yeah, look
Their
at that.
very first post when you land on the page is like they're doing a photo shoot of one of them in like a wig and like orange.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of these people.
Yeah, they're just dressed like a clown.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Happy
Yeah, I
World
can play multiple instruments. I can play clarinet. I can play the alto sax. They make you play the clarinet before you can even go near a saxophone. You got to put in your time.
Yeah.
You like the taste of the reeds?
I actually do. Yeah, that
Me
nice,
too.
like,
I said that
that
stuff.
like,
Like,
that like
weird.
wood, that like woody taste. It's like
There's a little bit of glue. I don't know.
yeah,
Is that what that
wood
is?
and
There's
glue. You're like
something in there.
Like how
Yummy.
you like the smell of like
On this.
gasoline. Is that what it's like?
What did you play, Missy?
I played the clarinet.
Oh,
When I was
you
little.
seem like a flute girl to me. You seem like a cool girl.
No.
She looks nothing like Lizzo.
In my high school, the cooler you were, the smaller the instrument you played. Like if you played the flute, you were cool, but if you were really fucking cool, you played the piccolo, which would be like it was like a tiny flute.
Oh.
Like something
Tinier the flute,
a leprechaun would play.
Is that what the
Yeah.
thing was?
Oh, they thought they were such hot shit. The flute girls, oh my god, they all had such egos, and I'd be like lugging around this huge saxophone case. I'd be
And
sitting
then
on
like
it,
your
waiting
tiny
for the bus.
box.
Yeah, they'd be like,
With your
"Oh,
tiny box.
pull this out of my purse. It's so portable. I could just flute anywhere." And I'd be like, ugh. It's just like
That's like what Willy Wonka has.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I was so mad. I don't know why I was so envious of them. I was like, why didn't I think? to
No,
play the
it's
flute?
cooler what you guys played.
I was also only in like middle school when I did it. Or
Oh.
like, yeah, like first year middle school. And then I was like, nah, I want to play lacrosse. That was way more fun.
That's even cooler. See?
That is even cooler.
That's
I was second chair saxophone player. I was like, ugh. I was like, one day somehow. I was
You're
like,
like,
maybe Jacob Rossi will be hit by a bus and I'll get to be promoted to first chair, but it never happened.
Chrissie
What is
Clemens.
like first chair and second chair? Like where you're sitting in the rows?
Yeah, it's like you're the best one. First chair is
Oh.
like you're the main saxophone player.
You're the star of the show.
Yeah. You get the best parts. You're kind of like you have a little bit more swagger. Felon, hail to you, Felon.
That's nice.
Bob Gable, watch out for swingers. If Chrissy wasn't pregnant, who knows? You and Frank dodged a bullet. Oh, talk about Frank is the most ungroomable person, just like similar to Keanu and Gino. Ungroomable.
Yeah. No, please. Absolutely not.
Maybe 12 to 15 years ago, I could have been groomable, but not now.
But I'm with a 55-year-old man. Okay, he doesn't trust anything. Nothing. Like could have
No.
never happened.
Too
But
defiant.
if somebody can groom you guys, like man, they deserve it.
Somebody should groom Gino in a different way. Maybe give him a haircut other than himself. in the
Shave his
shower.
back.
Right. Shave his back other than me. I'd love that. Other than that, he's
shave his back?
ungroomable. Okay. I have shaved
Like-
his back. I actually asked him this morning if I could shave his back. I find it satisfying.
This is big. This is a big deal. You guys remember Amber Rose? She's the one
Yeah.
who Amber Rose from the Slut Walk. I love this clip. This gives me hope that some people here and there in Hollywood are waking up.
A lot of people were shocked with your, endorsement of Donald Trump. I mean, you're all about women's rights issues. I mean, what was the reason for the big change?
Is Donald Trump not for women's rights issues?
I mean, I guess a lot of people
All right, Amber.
America great again. That's
This is like I'm gonna rewind this because whoever is asking her questions is like is pretty retarded.
people were shocked
Obviously.
with your endorsement of Donald Trump. I mean, you're all about women's rights issues. I mean, what was the reason for the big change?
is Donald Trump not for women's rights issues?
I mean, I guess a lot of
She has no response to that.
She's
people
He's
like,
trying to make America great again. That's for women too, right?
that's true. I mean,
Okay, so there you go.
I know. Does him getting convicted change the way you view him?
Not at all.
I mean, do you
Still
think
vote
it'll
for
help
Donald
his chances reelected, or you'll hurt
I think it
him?
helps him more. I
Oh,
think
it helps him
helps-
more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people see the injustice and what happened, and they want to vote for him more than ever.
I know. I wanted to ask you. So it seems like a lot of celebrities are kind of voting for Trump now. I mean, why do you think people are kind of changing their way of
I think we just did our research and we're just, we're not brainwashed anymore by the left. I can say that about myself. All these years I've been brainwashed and I'm not anymore. So
huh,
Woo!
I love that.
Woo!
Good for you, Amber Rose. Holy fuck.
Wow.
it's like because she was with Kanye, right? It's like
She
if
was.
Kanye weren't mentally, oh yeah,
Sorry.
it's all right. I love the chirp. If Kanye weren't mentally ill and could get his ideas out in a cohesive way without that, it's almost like she's maybe speaking what he would have said. That that's nice. Thought that was a very poignant way to speak. I didn't expect that. Good for you, Amber.
Unlike
Rose.
the person like asking the question, I can't stand people. Well, I mean, it's such a terrible crutch like phrase, as well as her saying, well, no, I don't know. Can you ask the question and stop interjecting and adding these extra stupid little
And she's not
crutches because you don't know what you're talking about?
speaking with any authority. She should come with examples. Like if you are really going to make the claim that Donald Trump is not for women's rights, then have some kind of claim to back that up.
Back it up, dummy. She went, well, does that mean you aren't for women's rights? She was like, no. What do you mean? She was like, anyway, beep, 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 do dee 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 dee. And then she's like, okay, well, all right, here we are. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm Amber Rose. Thanks.
It's good to
Following me
see this
around.
happening with Amber Rose because it's, remember Cardi B? Cardi B was interviewing Joe Biden, way back? Yeah, last elections cycle. God, it seems like so much longer ago than 4 years. But
yeah.
And she kind of woke up.
Didn't she rant about like where the heck is my money going?
Yep. Yep.
Rant like where's my money? And she's like ranting. I don't know if it was during the interview. It was just like she's ranting on Instagram or something like that. I think I remember that.
Yeah. Also, Nicki Minaj kind of turned around. Didn't she say like maybe her cousin had some sort of vaccine complication? Maybe that's what she was kind of awake on. But it is nice to see more and more of these celebrities.
I wonder how many of them actually secretly vote for Trump. Like they can't be all that hive mind about it. Like they know they probably have to put on the show because that's the current thing is to hate him.
Yeah.
But they've got to be secretly voting for him at the ballot because they've got to see like what's happening under Biden.
This guy that I interviewed, his name's Adam Yenzer. We interned together at Conan. And then I told him this. I was like, Adam, I've always been a little bit jealous of you because I've watched his career since we were interns together. And he is what I thought I always wanted for myself. Like he worked at Conan finally. Then he worked for Ellen for 10 years as a writer. And he worked at like, I think Maury Povich's show too. Like he always had these like mainstream comedy writing jobs. And then I do this interview with him and it's like, he's got like very few followers. Nobody knows who he is. He's like I guess he's a decent stand-up, although I haven't really heard a full set. I've just seen like clips, but I was like, wow, this is what I was jealous of. And now it was funny. He blatantly said like Alex Stein should not be doing stand-up. Like I could tell he was jealous, but it's this thing that a lot of these stand-ups have to kind of shake off. It's like what we talk about Keanu and Gino, like the new model versus the old model of sort of making it in comedy. Old model used to be if you were a good stand-up, you would make it. You would get a late night spot. You would get a sitcom.
And that'd be your ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, you get a manager. You'd have a fully booked schedule. And now it's like, no, you could have 1 million followers on TikTok. You could be what's the girl that I always make? I think her name is like Pinky Patel or something. She's this Indian chick who management picked her up and was basically like, can you do something on stage for an hour that we can sell tickets to? And she figured it out, like come up with some kind of act. And the clubs are happy to have you because you sell tickets. They don't necessarily care if you're like a perfect trad stand-up comic. Whereas this guy Adam is kind of like, he's upset that someone like Alex Stein goes viral multiple times a year,
and they'll give him a spot on the stage. I don't hate on it. I mean, when he asks, what was the last thing he did at Hyenas? He asked the black guy in the audience to wash his feet.
Yeah. Well, his prerogative is to honestly, like, he'd rather go viral and get that kind of attention than like be known. I think for his like really great because he has his hand in so many pots. Yeah. He does so many things.
I kind of stand for do I think he's like the best stand-up ever, but he has some pretty good jokes. He has a stage presence, and he doesn't give a fuck.
No,
that's
he doesn't.
good for stand up.
And
Or if you look at like fucking Hannah Berner was on Summer House on Bravo. That's where she got her start. She's a
Wow,
very
right.
successful comic right now, like blown
She
up, and
figured it
maybe
out.
because she was funny on Summer House on Bravo, she, you know, sells out places.
Yeah.
So it's definitely the new model.
But what Adam was saying to me, that he has been conservative the whole time. I'm like, really? Even when you worked for Ellen, like even when you worked in all these mainstream media jobs? And he said, yeah, like a lot of people will come up to me and be like, hey, I totally agree with you, but they would never be outspoken about it. And he was telling me about this time that he was writing monologue jokes for Ellen. He was writing the script, and they had to reference for some reason the Kavanaugh and Dr. Christine, what was her name? Christine Blasey Ford, the whole what was it called? The I guess it was when they were just trying to get him in, and there was this whole like Me Too case basically, and he referenced the Mueller report, and it was a part of the Mueller report where it proves that like Trump was not guilty of something. It was facts, straight up actual real facts that he put in this script, this comedy script, and the head producer was like, no, I don't want that in there. And Adam was like, but this is an actual fact. Like Trump was not guilty of this. He's like, sorry, too bad. I just don't want it in there. And it was such a perfect example of like gatekeeping this leftist narrative, that like, even if it's true, sorry, we don't want it in the script, even for joke purposes.
Yeah.
I was like, that is A, what I always thought went on, but B, like just
we don't want Ellen saying that.
No.
Yeah,
and that's so true.
children. Yeah.
I experienced that when I worked at Now This. I was doing just like basic stuff, like one of them, like just more lifestyle things. I wasn't in the politics angle, but this was all during the 2016 election period. So they were just like raging hard on leftist shit. So when I had to post something about like marijuana, like one of them, they're like, I had this whole script written, and I like showed it, and it was a kind of like a per capita smoking and whatever in a state thing, and my manager changed it to if you smoke weed, you're probably voting for you're voting for Hillary. And I was like, but like what I had, I was like, oh well, that I said, I guess I said, but I was actually just going for in this angle. No, we want to be pushing this. Like they were always fixing that, always changing. Oh, you need to have this. I had and then I also ran the booze vertical. There was a drink that we had, you know, candidate drink styles. Like we had a Trump drink and we had a Hillary drink and whatever.
Was the Trump drink orange?
It was like a bourbon, like an orange bourbon thing. And it was really good. Yeah, I remember like I went to have to post that, and it was like after the election. They're like, it's too sensitive. We don't want posting that right now. Like it was clear. Like I know these are really like weak examples, but there were some heavy things like you just explained with your friend, like that it was just constant. And like I had to keep my mouth shut.
Like, politics.
It's your job. You're like, all right, well, I guess I'll throw that idea out anyway. I guess.
But no, that stuff's true. And then after that election, it was great. They were literally they were like, you guys need to take off. You guys can take off if you need to. Like if
No
you know
way.
after this, it's been really hard. And I totally lied. And I was just like, yeah, my mom isn't doing well from the election. So is it okay to go up there?
Yeah.
And then all I did was just take the day off, and I went to Aunt's house, and we hung out in the pool all day. It was great. Taking advantage of
that is so
You may as
funny.
well take advantage of
They
it. You're like,
literally gave you a Trump one.
There was an all hands meeting the next day.
Wow.
Everybody, there were people like upset. It was like I was like, this is
And which
nuts.
company was this?
It's called Now This.
Now This.
Yeah, they were. Oh man, but it like I witnessed that, and it's real. It was so real, and the way that they just push. And you couldn't source other places. You can only source Reuters or anything like all these heavy left-leaning publications, and you couldn't, think outside the box. It had to be within their leftist thing. Even something like booze and weed. I was just like, okay, you're
not
making
doing
this not fun
anything-
anymore.
You're not even writing political articles. You're like, I'm just talking about a drink. I'm doing very light stuff. Like, is it really going to influence or like upset anybody? Like,
No, they wanted to influence.
Wow.
They wanted to be that friend that can, their whole thing was that we're the news people, but the way we format is like, we're your best friend, telling you the juice. And it was, like that kind of angle. And so it's like, oh, so you're the friend that convinces the other friends to vote left. And if you don't, you're not their friend anymore. Cause that's the impression I'm getting.
So much.
Yeah.
The whole of like vote for Biden or you're not black, vote for Hillary or you're not black. And like the right is guilty of being divisive as well, but in a different way. It's kind of like, oh, like the conservative Christians and the regular conservatives are like at each other's throat, like, oh, you're not a good enough. Like it's to a weaker extent, I guess. The divisiveness. They won't say like, oh, you can't vote for Trump or like you better vote for Trump or you're not a redneck, or like, hey, you're not a Catholic. I don't know.
It's true.
Wow. It's like, oh, we're gonna kick you out of the club if you don't vote Democrat, vote blue, no matter who, right?
They were also like, if you weren't as vocal about things that were left leaning, like I kept my mouth shut because I realized like any of my off-color jokes too, they did not like at all.
You're like,
So
oh my God.
I just was just like, okay, like I could tell I just was not liked at all. Like they definitely could sniff out that I just wasn't this like uber liberal person.
Every time you turn something in where they like, now this with me.
Yeah, this is a great example. You're not right wing if you don't support Dave Rubin buying babies.
Oh yeah.
He did. He bought
human
kids.
trafficking.
Hunter, what if this year's election ends in a tie?
Some more.
We'll draw straws. Hunter, Kat, are you an X-Files fan?
No, I never got into it. Really?
All right.
Very good.
And I don't have cable. I haven't watched cable in like forever, so.
I find people that are really into the X-Files are kind of insufferable. Like, it's like, all right, get a hold of yourself. It's just a TV show.
Get a hold of yourself is such a great and really mean thing to say to someone. Get a hold of yourself.
Over a show.
I have to
Both are so hot.
I am
Like,
gonna
all
start
right.
telling Gino more often. Just get a hold of yourself. It's just please. Could you please get a hold of yourself? It's a great phrase. I don't say it
I've
enough.
always felt that way about people who like the fucking X-Files. It's like, enough already.
Get a hold of yourself.
Calm
please.
down. There's more to life.
I have to pee. I'll be RB.
Okay. This was another talk of the internet. Big fight. Speaking of right-wing divisiveness, big fight over this dress for some reason.
Oh, catch me up. I heard about it.
What's the problem?
Dressgate? Okay. Right-wing. How specific. I love Lauren Chen. Right-wing female Twitter is currently at war over a sundress, and I actually love that so much for us. I just like seeing women passionate about girly feminine things, even if we're fighting about them. This is the dress, by the way. Is it ugly? Too expensive? Too immodest? It's also synthetic fiber, which some people don't like. Personally, it's not something I'd be comfortable in, but I'm looking forward to Evie Magazine releasing more clothing in the future. And Evie Magazine is celebrate your femininity, advice, news, commentary that's beautifully honest. Okay, I don't know. I guess it's right wing if the Publica follows them. Okay. From Women of Valor. Let's look at the full tweet. This may be controversial among the girlies. I love Evie Magazine, but this new sundress is a letdown. These are my honest thoughts and personal opinions. You're welcome to disagree. There's no way I'm paying $129 for a dress that's not even made of natural fibers, not to mention it's not flattering in the model photos. It hits the waist in an awkward place, making it look boxy and not form-fitting. Sure, it has a built-in bra, which is nice, but the whole look is a bit tacky, I fear. The structure needs to be much better for that kind of a price. $129 is not what I'd consider affordable. The color is also not ideal for most complexions, so I'm a bit confused why they chose bright yellow. There is a white one as well. I've thrifted higher quality sundresses many times. The dress doesn't look high quality. It doesn't feel timeless, like it can be worn year after year and still be classic. It looks like something I could find at TJ Maxx. Don't waste your money, sisters. Okay, so this is the dress. Yeah, it looks cheap. It looks thin. It looks like it may not even be lined on the inside.
Yeah, it does lay weird on the hips. It's too low. It's not tailored too high. Can we though like comment on this girl's like multi-grip over there with that croissant in the iced coffee? Like that is
wow.
That's advanced. That's advanced. Girls are really like that's a real girl thing right there. Like she can hold her keys and her phone, I think too.
Look at that grip. She had fun in college, right? I mean, wow. And then the other hand is just free, unencumbered, ready for whatever the day is going to bring her. Wow. Right. You only really need 2 fingers to hold a croissant. It's so light.
I just need my mouth.
I love a croissant. Like, that was my favorite thing to get when I was working in the city, just from like a corner coffee stand. Because there's
How
no
you doing, hun? Croissant again? Okay.
Yeah, there's no tidy way to eat a croissant.
No, and you can never get away. You can't do it secretly. It's evidence.
It's all
everywhere.
over your shirt, or you have to turn the bag like that. You buy it into like a feed bag. You have to basically like, put your mouth into the bag and eat it like this, like
like
a
like a horse. You're just like
the crumbs stay in the feed bag, and that way you can enjoy your croissant without getting it all over. But then you look at because there's something nice about like seeing the croissant, like holding it in your hands,
eating it.
Maybe you like to tear it off in pieces. I don't know how.
Yeah. Are you a tearer offer?
I'm definitely a tearer offer, unless it's like there's like a sticky outside coating. Then you gotta just like fucking put that whole thing down your gullet. Yeah.
Do you ever eat like the rest of the like fish food?
Fish food?
Yeah. Did you ever have fish growing up?
Oh yes, it is
little
exactly like fish food. Oh
and
my
then you
god, the flakes. Oh, always. I always like pinch up the flakes and like and then I like tip the feed bag.
Yeah. Don't inhale when you do that. You will choke.
Yeah.
It goes everywhere, and you're like, okay, there goes the whole feed bag.
Choked on croissant flakes. That's how I want to go.
Yeah,
there is
that's how I wanna
something
go.
like pornographic about eating a croissant. Like there's just you have to get sexual with it, really.
Oh, every time.
Unless you're cutting it into small, tidy bites.
If you do, you're a serial killer and need to be put down.
Did
That's
someone
not how you
say
eat a croissant.
sexual croissant eating?
All right, we're talking about a lot here. We got sidestepped on a croissant, but really the talk of female internet is this dress. So I guess this is a $129 dress. And everyone's talking about like, is it worth it? Is it a good quality dress?
Is it worth it? Can it work it?
This woman, Christiana, feels like 129 is way too much for this dress. And I'm just saying, from the looks of it, it doesn't look like it's lined. It looks kind of cheap. This looks like something like you could get at Shein.
Yeah.
You could get the exact same thing at Shein. Sure. So why don't you let that company sell that dress for however much they'd like to sell it for, and then you type that description into Shein, and they'll have a few Chinese children make it for you and send it right away.
Is that what they do? Is that how you find clothes?
Absolutely. Even the cheaper things that are like the Halara. I know none of you have TikTok probably, but the Halara viral
Hilaria
stuff.
Baldwin?
Well, no, you can't hire, buy Hilaria Baldwin on Shein.
My soup is cold.
But you just type that in and they'll make it up speedy for you. But
yeah, did you see that documentary? The Brandy Melville from Hell or whatever it's called. It's on HBO, and it just it talks about like fast fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
and
probably
Shein is one of those.
avoided it because, you know what? I heard rumblings of this. I know it's got to be terrible, right?
What?
Yeah.
For the
In
kids?
what way?
Fast fashion, like how probably.
Yeah, like it goes to
horribly-
the offshores of like these like Uganda areas, and it's just
Ooh.
terrible. Like it's just overfilling. It's really bad.
The way that they email you back even is like, "Hello, love. We are so sorry that
and we are so hungry. I mean, your order will be there soon.
I know. It's really
Help!
bad.
I mean, how can we help you?
How can we help you?
Help.
Help. No, and then you
Help.
see TikToks, the girls are like, it sewn into the back of my crop top was the word help me. And I'm like, is this real? Anyway.
Oh my God.
I better get
That's
50 more
so
crop tops before
funny.
I start to feel bad about this. Yeah. I don't know. I can't.
This is
I
the
can't
help me
decipher
crop
it.
top. It's all the rage for spring 2024.
Yeah, it's probably not the nicest thing to do in the world, but I'm not a, I'm just one person.
You're just one person. So Christiana goes on to say, also, I'm a stylist for what it's worth. That's what I do for work. So I'm not just saying things. I see women in dresses on a regular basis. This one could stand to be more flattering. I rest my case. The Shein version is genuinely cuter, and I refuse to buy from Shein. Look at this.
Wait, that's the Shein version?
Oh my God, it's the exact same.
Wait, no
I'm
way.
telling you, they just take everything. You can find anything on Shein. If you type in, I want a dress with a reindeer on it, they're like, coming right up, miss. It's $3. Yeah.
We're literally making it and forcing the children to produce it.
It's cute, but it's a cheap looking dress. But it'll be great for a couple of summers, maybe.
Only Hawaiians look good in yellow.
Yeah, she's tan. She's not fat. Can't be fat.
Yellow is not an easy color unless,
No, you have to be tan.
Look really good in it.
She looks like she should be named Keanu, honestly. Not
Yeah.
even me. Right.
Kitty Keanu is a thing to say. No, I would not spend $129 for that.
No, gotta stop.
Doesn't even have pockets.
No pockets. Wow.
It's the exact same fucking thing. But it also makes
thin. It's just one layer. Oh, fuck that. Yeah. $17.
If that's Shein too, okay, you can do the same. I've done the same thing on Amazon. Type in whatever kind of clothing you want on Amazon. They have it too for cheaper than.
Oh, I see the difference. Sorry. The one before with that girl, that was the other dress. This is the Shein dress.
Yes.
So, okay.
This is the $129 one.
Right. And then the one down when you scroll down too.
Is the
like
Shein.
the one above. Though that's the Shein, and then the other one right above it.
Yeah.
Okay, I mixed that up.
They look the same though, price wise.
$129 is not that. It's not gonna break the bank, hopefully, for anyone. But I mean, I don't know why. If you can try it cheaper for $3, and then
I wouldn't consider that a cheap dress though.
A sundress. Yeah, that's an expensive sundress. That's ridiculous.
I think $50 or less I would consider on the cheaper side.
129, yeah.
That's a lot for that.
So what was the drama? What was the dress drama? Was
The
there
drama was is it worth the price?
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they were arguing over modesty or something like that.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
No, it's really more just like,
oh,
it's not worth the price.
And it's just this piece. Like I feel like it just for it to be this one piece, gotta be, I don't know.
Yeah, why
it
did
is
this
so significant?
Why did this get so many views? It's a post about a dress. Big deal.
2 hot girls in a yellow dress.
Yellow is pretty eye-catching.
Brittany Martinez says, I'm guessing you don't spend $129 on dresses, regardless of the material. The price is due to having a built-in bra, not sewn in cups, and because it's handmade in the U.S. and limited quantities, labor costs in China overseas are vastly different with mass production. Okay. Let's say buying everything USA is like one of your values, buying everything local. Okay, then I could understand paying for that if that's something you're into. I've spent a lot more on that for a high quality dress. I would not. Yeah, I would wait for something more high quality. Just go on sale.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
I mean, I guess like look at American Apparel, right? And aren't they even in peril? I don't know, but they're it's all made in America, and it's literally T-shirts that are $80. But that's their thing. It's all made in America, and that's the deal. So I don't know what's going on with Shein. It can't be good, but prices are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Unmatched.
Wow, people are getting blocked over this. Oh, wow. Can you post a photo of you in some of your dresses that you think are better? It's our first. Oh, is she part of this company? Huh. It's our first, so still working on various styles in the future, but I've seen people complaining, but they refuse to show photos of their dresses that are better, or the ones they have just look really old from Goodwill. Everyone I'm seeing wearing this has looked stunning, and people kept stopping them to compliment them. It's not Zimmerman by any means, but I don't know what Zimmerman is. But it's around the price point of Altered State, which is all polyester. Yeah, Altered State has expensive stuff that's like, it's like a Free People. It's like all about the aesthetic, like the sort of whimsical aesthetic, but some of the things are like cheap. You got to buy stuff that's on sale there.
Free People stuff is really kind of expensive for giant clothes.
Dude, they have like $70 T-shirts. You're like,
it's bullshit, right?
Like this, it's so freaking plain. This doesn't look like
it looks like a double XL. Like
right,
huge.
That's horrific. Make it. It's hurting my eyes. Who?
This would need a lot to be cute. What would you do? A black legging under this? Maybe a belt? I don't know what you could do to resuscitate this. Like lame.
Belt, a scarf, high boots.
Like if
the more you add to it, the worse it is. This is awful. Yeah.
If feeling suicidal was a piece of clothing, it would be this.
Right. And it's hanging on a friggin' tree. On a horrible hanger. This is awful. This is awful advertising. It's not even a velvet hanger.
I think it's a cry for help.
It is. Oh, okay. So maybe this Brittany Martinez, she's personally involved. Maybe that's why she's upset. This is cute. It's very blurry, but this looks thicker.
Well, Chrissy, that's cute to you.
This looks like something I would have worn. Yeah, like
it looks like
show maybe a couple years ago.
Jessica McClintock. This is awful. What do you mean? That's cute. You would have worn it.
I would have worn something like this a couple years ago. Remember when I had like a pinup stand-up phase?
I don't think in that color. You in a weird bow around. What year is this from? Not now. And she has a statement necklace on. I find it abhorrent, but on you,
they think this one's cuter.
That one's much cuter.
This is cute.
Mm-hmm.
I like the length of that one.
Yeah,
that's cool. I like the color.
Great for frolicking.
Corset moment.
Yeah, multiple layers. It's got a sort of either this is a full petticoat or this is just a layered lace underneath.
Right. That could be from Anthropologie for like $600.
Oh my God, Anthropologie.
Yeah.
There's probably if it's from Anthropologie, there's probably like a massive flower on the back.
Mm-hmm. And Anthropologie is just owned by Urban Outfitters, and all their shit it's all made cheaply. So
yeah.
I love
I like this green dress. I think this blue one looks like shit. It's too cheap looking.
Well, you have to look exactly like that waif of a woman to wear that anywhere.
To consider wearing it. Yeah.
I like the green one. Yeah. Also a tiny bag, Chrissy, with nothing in it.
I hate the tiny bag. The tiny bag is really like
tiny bag do to you.
It's a microaggression to me because a tiny bag, you see a woman with a tiny bag, you go, wow, somebody's doing well, because a tiny bag is like, okay, when I
need someone to carry this for anything else I might need for me.
It speaks like you're not living a life of struggle. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you just have your phone in there and some lip gloss, must be nice. Like some of us, work jobs in the city. We'd be out all day. You have a big ass tote bag with your whole fucking day, extra shoes for later, maybe a extra underpants, like dry shampoo, makeup, so you can like zhuzh yourself up when you go out later. you can't, if you have a job in the city and then you can't have a tiny bag. You got to carry your whole fucking day with you. So when I see a woman with a tiny bag, I go, oh, okay, look at you.
I love the tiny bag.
I guess you live
but
close by. I guess you, maybe you didn't work today.
I love the tiny bag is something to work up to, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
is.
love that Kim
It's gold.
Kardashian met that producer and he was like, what's in the tiny bag? And she was like,
Thank you.
actually nothing. I'm
Thank
like,
you,
I'm
Arya.
working up to it, you know?
Arya gets it. Tiny bag equals zero responsibility.
Exactly. Yes. You want to be
Because
rich
if-
enough to not have any responsibility.
Because if she needs to get her hair zhuzhed, she goes to Dry Bar.
It makes
And
me
if she needs
so
to get her
angry.
makeup done, she
Mhm.
just goes to Bloomingdale's and has like a makeup artist do it for her.
Yes.
Yes. The tiny bag is just to match the outfit, and oftentimes there's nothing in it. It's just
A couple Xanax,
nothingness.
probably.
Yeah,
you have to be
probably.
doing good to like be able to carry a bag this small.
Maybe a handgun, something like that.
Am I saying your name wrong, Arya? Araya? Holy shit.
Araya, it's Araya. Yeah,
I've been saying Arya this whole time.
they had to teach me too. She's a butt rug baby. She's in the band. They had to teach me because I said it
Araya.
wrong for like a year.
Araya.
It's like a ray of light. Araya light.
And I've been saying Araya.
I said it
Which
wrong
sounds
100
stupid.
times. Yeah. Araya.
Araya.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Araya, you were just gonna let me continue to pronounce your name wrong?
I did it wrong. I did it incorrectly for 100 years. It's not your fault.
Araya sounds stupid now that I think about it.
I think I called her Aria for like, I don't know, 6 months or something. Yeah.
It's okay. You're watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I wish that
Wow.
were the I just am dyslexic or something. Araya, I guess.
So here's the other sundress. This is kind of, you look a little Amish in this one to me.
Also, what are they posing by? Is this their campaign?
These are just women who are sending in other examples of good-looking sundresses.
Oh, okay. Thank God. All right. Well, that's a hideous dress. She looks pretty cute in it. So that's all I can say.
Yeah. More examples.
Those are
Too
cute.
short. I wouldn't really consider this a sundress. I would consider this like a mini dress, but
It's
depending how
a,
long
it's
this
a
one is.
terrible print though. Like, okay, would you take that off like grandma's curtains?
It looks like a literal dish rag that's hanging up upstairs.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
awful.
Horrible.
Wow, I'm obsessed. Okay.
Are you?
With what?
Dish rags. Ew, these are both. This is hideous. This is not great.
That print is awful.
Looks
I
like
like
eyeballs.
the cut of the top one. I like those like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Roman style dress top, but I don't like the color of the waist.
You could wear this
Right.
to a Renaissance fair.
Yeah, for sure.
What's about it? though?
Barefoot, big
Mhm.
chicken leg.
Wow.
Those are, yeah. I like if that brown one were just a shirt, great. But the just
White.
like, cut off the
It was
rest.
white. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And
Yeah.
maybe if it wasn't brown, at least for me anyway.
Wow.
Those are horrible.
Such controversy. I thought that would be a little more exciting.
Well, thank God I got like one last 100,000 crop tops from and bikinis from Shein because I
What,
will
you're
try
not going to order from them anymore?
Somebody tell me that the kids are hurting or something for real.
They definitely
I thought-
are. Like,
Yeah, they have to be.
totally.
But don't the kids
Okay. Want to be
enjoy
hurting?
What if the kids enjoy fashion? What if some kid in a sweatshop and wherever making Shein shirts, what if it inspires them to become the next, I don't know, Karl Lagerfeld?
Yeah, maybe they saw a TikTok of The Devil Wears Prada and they
Yeah.
really identify with Stanley Tucci and that's their only way.
What
And
if
I'm
there's a-
helping them.
What if there's a young gay
His life is really hard if
Vietnamese-
he's looking up to Stanley Tucci.
a young gay Vietnamese boy who looks up to Stanley Tucci, who's in a sweatshop making your Shein bikinis, who's attaching the brass chains from one side to the other on the bikini bottom, and he's the lone
He's
gay Vietnamese boy, and he's
one day I
inspired.
will be in a New York City building with Anne Hathaway. and
Yes,
I will take her to the shoe closet, just
and if
like
it
Stanley
inspires
Tucci.
him to move to New York City
Mhm.
and work in fashion, and maybe the kid in the sweatshop goes to FIT.
That's
really,
true.
it's a good. I think it's a good thing.
Actually, I'm helping that young gay boy in that
Yes.
impoverished
That gay
country.
Vietnamese boy would have no direction if it weren't for these sweatshops.
If
You're
it
helping
weren't
him
for
hit his
me and
bottom
Stanley
so he can
Tucci,
rise above.
actually, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll keep ordering them. It'll be fine. You've convinced me.
Then watch the Brandy Hellville documentary on HBO and then see how you feel.
I know. I have consciously avoided it because I'm like, I don't want to know.
What's like the main takeaway, Missy, from the
Well, the littering of garments is one facet, and then the other is that it surrounds that the owner of Brandy Melville and the sketchiness behind it. Like he was kind of like a pervert.
Oh
You know,
no.
yeah, it goes pretty like it's pretty crazy because Brandy Melville was like a store. I don't know if you guys ever seen them like in Manhattan and stuff, and there's some in California or wherever. But the idea was that they had one size, literally was one size, and obviously a couple fatties don't like that, and they started yelling at them. They were like didn't feel included. And a lot of like cute girls would work there, kind of like an Abercrombie and Fitch vibe, where you
Ooh.
go in there, you're like, I'm not worthy. And
Yes, like, I want to be you guys.
That was when
Yeah.
I was in middle school, and Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm like,
Oh my
none
God, it
of
was
this
like-
would ever fit me ever. I'm like, it smells great in here, but I look like a cow no matter what I put on
Yeah.
in that place. Yeah, that was horrible. Mm. It's like
Yeah,
why
you
I
should
don't
watch
watch Big Vape on HBO either. I don't. I tend to vape every once in a while, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to know.
So what's the worst part about fast fashion? Like, are the kids losing fingers? Like, what's
it's
so bad about it?
it is more of the littering, the amount of disposed garments after, and that it just keeps piling up. It's filling up literally like oceans, like beaches, like it's really bad.
It's exactly what I said. I'm like, it's also cheap. I'll just throw it out the window if it doesn't fit. Literally, the documentary must have been shot outside of our home. Like, I'm like, whatever. But basically, I'm like, I ordered 2 on accident. Whatever, cut one up and throw it away.
It is really bad.
Wow.
I literally have these shirts from Shein that are in the back of my car waiting to be dropped off at UPS, and I'm like, oh, I'll totally return him. I'm totally gonna.
I'm so bad with returning. Like, I suck at returning things back to Amazon, and then I miss my window.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That if there's
I'll
like a
sell it on
bunch of-
eBay.
I don't
Won't
have the
do
patience
that.
for that. No.
I won't even do that. I'll forget to sell it to the person who bought it.
Sounds horrible.
Is it okay to like donate them to Goodwill, or we just can't throw the crop tops away? I guess.
Give them to a friend.
Well, those
How
bins,
many of my
too.
tops and bathing suits do you and Lila have, Chrissy? I mean, like, I
You
bring.
gave me a pink bikini that I wore when we were at the Rio. It was like a thong. My whole ass was hanging out. I really didn't belong wearing that.
It was a moment. You looked great. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Awful.
It was my peak.
But I
But
don't want to
those,
see. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say those drop-off things. They too, that it's also in the documentary that the like those big bins, like drop off your clothes.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
helping children. Like
They just
those are
throw
the
that
ones that
shit
go
away.
overseas that these people have to deal with. Like you're not helping at all. It's a very phony thing.
Wait, they go overseas?
The ones that are in those like big like steel cases.
I thought they go to like the Salvation Army or something.
And then where do those go from there? It all goes down to this, like,
That's
what do we do
why-
with all this clothes? It's way too much. Just send it over to these poor, sad
They
souls.
can't burn it or something?
I don't know.
That's what the same thing. That's why clothing is the only thing I hoard. I get rid of nothing. Even if I have 50 of them, one of my friends will take it. If I absolutely have to throw it away. Now what you're saying, I'm like, I'm going to, some little duckling in a sea of crop tops is going to get caught up in my crop top. You know what I mean? Like,
It's not like a soda can holder.
Well, you see like those things where like in the ocean, there's a bunch of like plastic bottles floating around. Is it just a bunch of Shein clothes?
But here's the thing. Let's say
no
Keanu stops buying fast fashion. What if we all stop buying fast fashion? Guess what? They're still going to make it. All of the stores.
Exactly.
What are they going to do with their inventory when it's no longer seasonally appropriate? It'll go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and then where does it go?
Exactly.
Same place. So really, we're just one person. It's not going to make a difference. Keanu, buy your fucking.
Keep buying them.
I
Keep
need
buying your
I
shitty
need
clothes.
no other clothes. I literally, I could. I have too many. It's the only thing I hoard. I want nothing else. But yeah.
Hold on. We have a critique.
Ooh.
The ladies of SimpCast couldn't make a quilt if they needed to sail to escape a desert island.
Fuck that. I totally could. You don't
First
know who
of all,
you're talking to.
I
You don't
believe
even
you,
know
Nikki, actually.
how good I can sew. Rex. I can sew freehand without the machine.
I
Same.
actually can sew.
Same.
I had a sewing machine and I took costuming in college because I had to. And I had to sew my
See?
point shoes. So actually I could, but where do you get what give us the materials on a desert island to make a quilt?
What are we doing? So what are we doing on a desert island to begin with?
Also a quilt out of what? Like palm
Natalie.
fronds?
Quilt is too heavy anyway. You need like lighter.
How about a
material.
sail, Rex?
Yeah.
I would make a sail before I would make a quilt.
Yeah, actually, Rex, you dude, a sail wouldn't work with a quilt. It has to be one long piece of fabric,
t-shirts.
all ones. Yeah.
I would get everybody's t-shirts together and all of Keanu's Shein clothes,
Mhm.
cut them up, sew that together to make a sail. Why would I make a quilt that's going to be too heavy, going to get waterlogged?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's the
Okay,
idiot
Rex,
now, Rex?
you're dismissed, disengaged.
Rex just doesn't
Good
know
day.
that I was brought up in the Soviet Union and you could not have throwaway clothes. You
Yeah,
had to
Rex.
alter them to
Enjoy your ban.
Yeah. I bet you're like Oedipus, Rex. You're in love with your mom. So I have no idea how to live life.
This panel screams crochet. I've never crocheted, but
Neither have I. Too
Frank's mom
stressful.
can knit, which I really respect. I really respect a knitter.
I
Like
can knit.
people
Knit one.
Whoa, that was a hard R.
the nice knitters, not the ones that are fighting in the airports. A couple of our female relatives like knitted the baby, like knitted blankets, and like I don't know, I have respect for knitting.
You're like, knitter, please.
When I see a knitted blanket, to me that's just like wow, that's a labor of love. That's like you really put time into it.
It's
I know how
addictive.
to knit. I can only knit scarves, but I know how to knit actually.
Exactly. I would take my pregnancy underwear to make a sail. I would pull it up. Out of my
You'll hoist her up.
I think I am
Nice
wearing some
bird.
right now, actually. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
A full brief. I can't pull
She
it up.
went, yep.
Yeah, no, now is not the time for thongs. 2 months after giving birth, like my body would just swallow it up and spit it out.
I think I would love to see it. I think it is the time for song.
Could the SimpCast ladies win the men versus women desert island survival show? Actually, if I would definitely want someone like Missy on my team because I just feel like Missy, you're like the Swiss Army knife of people. You know, I think you have a lot of skills.
And she's in shape. She knows how to
Innovative.
if somebody had to fight off a bear or a Komodo dragon,
Yeah.
you could definitely do that.
I feel like
Probably
you're
run
smart,
away.
you're resourceful. I feel like you could kick ass if you needed to. I feel like you could also like chew through something. I think you would also eat a dead animal if you had to. You know what I mean? Like
I would definitely, yeah, I could.
Yeah.
No maggots, hopefully.
No.
Hopefully, she
reasonable.
says that's the kind of gal you need.
She's
If there
like
were,
Missy's kind
we'd deal.
like
but
Missy's would be the leader. She'd be the one like, no, you know what? Why don't Keanu, why don't you go look for shelter, and then the three of us will go start a fire.
Keanu, why don't you just, dance over there and why don't you go look for some
Yeah.
berries? Well, you're like, all right, ladies, let's fall in line. Here's what we're gonna do. And then
I take it you're not afraid of spiders, then, Missy?
My fear of spiders has actually gotten a little bit, how would I say it? Not better, or like has lessened since like moving to South Carolina, because there's like wolf spiders.
I was
There's
gonna
nasty freaking spiders here. And I'm like,
How
I
big?
still get squeamish, but and there's like black widows here too. So
and
you
they
gotta
can
be
kill
quick.
you.
They will only, I think what I found out that like black widows will only kill if they're like protecting their babies or like an egg or something. There was something like pretty specific, but if it's just like chilling there with its very nice red diamond on its back, it is like, wow, that's like a pretty sexy spider, but like you're gonna fuck me up.
You're better than me. I grew up there, and those fucking, oh my God, those wolf spiders you're talking about, that's the literal Halloween spider. It's
Literally, yeah. So like, I don't know if I'm yeah, I don't know. I think when you're in the wilderness though, you kind of like have to get over that shit. You kind
Have
of
you
just like,
all
this is
seen
where we are.
snakes at all? Like copperheads?
I
and
like
all that?
snakes. I actually like snakes though.
We had a
You
snake in
do,
our yard. It
really?
was a little gardener snake.
Garter snakes.
Garter belt snake.
Garden.
Garden.
I know garden snake.
Oh no.
all the gardener snakes are Hispanic.
No, yeah.
Oh, spider. Oh God. Fealty wants us to look up
Oh no.
South
I
Carolina
think Chrissie
spiders.
just wet her pregnancy underwear.
Ah, no.
Huh?
No. Hell no. Hell no. See, spiders and insects like turn me into a black person immediately. I start going, oh no.
I
Hell
have
no.
the
Oh my
worst
God, she has.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, those motherfuckers.
That's it. And they're like Halloween
They
spiders.
fucking
It's like
jump. Those things
No.
will launch.
How big are these?
They can be big.
they're
Are they
like
face sized? Hand sized?
They definitely could be, yeah, like beyond the palm.
Holy shit. Nope.
even in South Carolina, sometimes a fucking moth will shake you to your core.
Dude,
I'm
the
like,
thing
what
will
kind
hit you.
of-
I got hit in the face last night. Aunt and I were doing a fire pit. Someone just came slapped me in the face.
Oh, just like a ding. You're like, ow, what is this? It's horrifying.
Look at everyone in the chat trying to help me. Garter.
Garter.
Gardener. Gardener. My brain just broke for a second there. Oh God, a white one.
Ew.
Of all the spiders, this one pays its taxes.
Mhm.
Oh God, they're fucking
No.
gross. No. Oh God, it's clear.
Ooh, clear bugs freak me out.
Clear.
Ugh,
That
what are you
belongs
blowing
in the bottom
dock?
of the ocean, and it should never surface. This is wrong, and this is South Carolina.
It's like the redhead of spiders. It's unnerving. Ew, clear. Yuck. Ew.
No, that
That's a
shit.
chunky one.
Spider. Hell no. Ew.
Well, those are the ones that make like crazy webs in like the woods. The ones that you like walk into that make you look
Right,
like
when
a
you're
crazy
going on,
person.
you're like, I'm just gonna go walk in the woods, and go for a
That's
hike.
my
And you're like,
other-
what the fuck is this?
That's
And you're
my
like,
other like number one fear is walking through a spider web and then you don't know what the fuck is on you. Again, spiders in your hair.
That's why they call flying cockroaches in South Carolina
Ugh.
palmetto bugs, because they're flying fucking cockroaches. Awful.
They don't give it a nice name like
They do.
palmetto
There's just a
bug.
little palmetto bug. Fuck you. This is awful.
2 black widow spiders live in South Carolina. Only the bites of females are considered dangerous.
That's okay. The bites of females. Yeah, that was the egg thing.
Just like with humans.
The scorn of a woman.
Hell hath
Nothing
no
like a,
fury.
like a black widow scorned. Ugh, gross.
Looking at these again.
Nope.
Ooh, that was some
Yeah.
forced therapy right there. Thanks.
Spider cast. My feet are off the floor.
No, my nipples are hard. I swear to God, I have goose flesh. That's awful.
My nipples
Okay.
are off the floor. Hunter, women who dress modest are beautiful to me. Now you tell me.
Okay, Hunter.
Oh, what's up? Good night, mister. Marions and BRB. Oh, Butt Rug Babies for Life.
Butt Rug Babies
Yes.
for life. Yes.
Yes, in the Marion Nation.
Also, Carmen, you're right. The brown recluse, that's insanely dangerous. You don't even know that they bite you in South Carolina, but you'll have like a little pain in your foot and then it'll kill you later, apparently.
Oh,
So
God.
Missy, just watch
Wait,
out.
what? What was that?
There's
I
something
was
called
reading
a
this book.
brown recluse spider, and you'll have just like a little dot on your foot. You won't even know that it bit you. It could have crawled into your shoe or something. It's quite like sinister. And then it'll slowly kill you, apparently. That lives in South
That's
Carolina.
horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Okay, I guess I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
sounds
if
horrible.
you get a little red spot on your foot or something, just you don't have to worry about this. I don't mean to scare you, but
Too late.
I'm
Arnold,
not dead, and I'm the most biggest idiot in the world, and I lived there my whole life. So
American Apparel is owned by Canadian manufacturing company Gildan. They were bought back in 2017, and most of their apparel is now made outside of the U.S. Very few companies make shirts in the States. Wow.
American Apparel was the greatest.
It was.
That
Marketing
was
was spot
all
on.
my t-shirts, all my leggings. I still have like a pair of like short shorts from there, like to work out in, and they're like one of my favorites. And I don't know if I can ever get them again.
all this stuff is made really well.
It
Remember
is.
the really deep V-necks?
Yes,
That they
they're like
make-
super deep. Like
Yeah.
And it's all unisex, and you don't know. You're like everything's just like by color. It was never my favorite thing, but if I needed a really cool deep V-neck T-shirt or a pair of leggings, the disco leggings, I still have them.
oh, you know, they also had like pet sweatshirts. Like their sweatshirts were really cool with like the white, and they were just simple zip ups. They made them for pets. I still have one that I got for Beavis. A banana, my Beavis.
Hunter, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Thanks, Hunter. Turn on your light.
First there was
Simon
the
Ho.
word.
Those kids imagined going to work without blindfold. Oh. It's best if we don't think about it. Matt Scroggins, Black Widows only kill if they think you're food. They don't see well in the light. Also, most snakes and spiders do dry bites if they're attacking you. Ew, a dry bite?
Why are we
What's
doing
a dry
this?
bite? What's a wet bite?
Maybe no poison. I don't know.
That would make sense. A dry
God.
bite.
Without releasing their poison, maybe.
I didn't know they could dry
Makes
bite.
sense.
I guess it's like shooting blanks. It's like the spider version of whiskey dick.
But then how does the dry bite kill you?
Right. If they wanted to attack you, wouldn't they go wet bite?
You're full of shit, Matt.
Matt,
ridiculous.
Good day, sir. Enjoy your block.
No.
Zombie Slayer. Hi, beautiful. Hey, beautiful ladies. So Anna is having an alien. Yes, Anna's pregnant. She told me a while ago, and I'm so glad I don't have to keep it a secret anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, she told me, God, a few weeks ago.
A little Star Wars baby.
Yeah, a little Star Wars bean. And
Good
I
for
was
her.
like, Anna, I'm going to send you these books. Like, what books are you reading? She's like, I'm not going to read them. Books are a scam.
Good for her.
Yeah, I probably buy too many books. Licking bacon or something like that. How do you think you'd do on Naked and Afraid? I'd be good at the naked part.
And the afraid part.
Is that a show?
I hate being cold, so it depends on, I guess, the climate. Yeah, it's a show.
I'd be terrified of everything but naked. Terrified of everything like I normally am, but in the nude. My nipples would be extremely hard.
cold.
of the terrifying things.
Yeah, I would just be terrified of my own naked body, not the circumstances.
Just don't show me mirrors, and I think I'd be all right.
Yeah.
As long as I had self tanner, I think I'd be fine with the naked thing, I suppose. But
Right.
yeah.
Can a panel member start a fire just from friction? I don't think so.
Am I allowed to have a paracord? Because that's the best way to do it with like you have
Oh.
a stick, then you have paracord or a shoelace.
You
But
just,
you
like-
want paracord because it's
Oh.
stronger. And then you can kind of like seesaw it and it's and it'll
Wow.
start to,
See?
and then you want to have like brush. But also, do you know how to make oil off of bark tree?
She's so fucking cool. Look at her.
This is
leaning
why
back,
this is
telling
why
us
we're on
about
Missy's
it.
team.
I know. Oh God.
I would be like, I can do a French braid. I have no survival
So what
skills.
if their hair braided?
Missy, have you ever considered you should do Survivor?
I don't
You're
like
good.
reality shows.
I know,
I
but
hate
I would
hate
love to
production
watch
shit like
it.
that. I used to work around that stuff. I hate it. Like,
I would love, but that would make you win because you would know and you would understand, and you're
no, it would
socially
make me
safe.
combative and they would kick me off for not following through.
You're like, bitches, we're starting a fire. Also, don't trust that producer. Anyway, you're like, oh, it would be really interesting to watch.
I'd love to do that. I love our backyard. It's fun.
You were
Wait
made
Send
for
me
South
pictures.
Carolina.
Matt Scroggins. Okay. Can you be Spider Girl if you get bit by one of those? Do you do it?
Spider Girl? No, I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
I don't want web out of my wrists. No thanks. I don't do
With
it.
like cool powers, and I can swing around and like be a, I guess.
Maybe if I can shoot webs out of my puss, I could just lift a leg and be like,
I would love to like swing around the city with webs out of my.
yeah,
I guess if I were sort of spider, I would like be
instead of
cool
waiting
with
for the
it.
train.
Did you ever
Mhm.
play Donkey Kong Country 2?
No.
No. Well, there was like, you know how there's like sometimes special animals that you can like get out of a crate, and well, there was a spider one, and he had little sneakers on. He was really cute, but he had this thing where he would squirt out like his web, and it would like float as like a blob, and then you'd hit the button again, and it would flatten out as like a web, and that's what I'm picturing
Whoa.
coming out of your puss
Yes.
Regine with her sneakers on.
A
with her
party trick.
sneakers on.
Matt Scroggins had a brown recluse bite. You have to watch out for the infection, but there are noticeable warnings before it kills you. You'll be fine as long as you go to the doctor when you notice an infection. Ooh.
Yeah. See, that was
Like
a
this-
better description. Thank you, Matt. I'm like,
I guess they're
you'll
not
never
so
know it bit you, and then
You're
all
like,
of a
it's in
sudden
your
it'll kill you."
shoes.
See, I think brown recluse is a bad name for it because if you're a recluse, that means you're away from people. They should call it like the brown introvert. You know, it's like,
Mm.
don't test me.
They're like every little thing I've ever had on my skin. Some Southerner in Rock Hill will be like, "That could be a brown recluse bite." I'm like, am I going to die? They're like, well, if it gets infected, you may. So yes, actually, you're incredibly right. But
Most spiders can administer a dry bite. Snakes too. We already know about the dry bites.
dry bite.
Perhaps I will go upstairs and administer a dry bite to Frank.
A dry bite.
Steel toe got messages from Tattletales saying Chrissie was trashing me. I
No.
go watch it and I agree with just about everything she said about my mistakes. Lol. Live and learn. Good show, ladies. Oh,
Aw.
Aaron.
Aaron, see? Look at
Don't
you.
hate me,
hope you don't-
Aaron.
I hope you don't think I was trashing you.
Wasn't.
Looking forward to Gossip Day Thursday, Aaron. It'll be fun.
Right, because you're Kiki, you're on Steel Toe every Thursday now.
And then Gino on Friday. Although, actually, me and Gino will be in South Carolina Friday and Saturday. Sunday quick trip. So I
Come
don't
to
know.
us.
By the way,
Come
Steel
to
Toe, yes.
us.
He might not have told you that yet. So
Thank you,
Yes.
Steel Toe. Do you want a link? I'm sending you a link.
send him a link. We'll be in Rock Hill just for a quick trip. Y'all are so y'all be
Oh,
able
you need to stay longer, and you need to come
know.
to our house.
And no, we really do. We got to make it over there. If we were staying a week, yeah, we should have driven. It's like it's actually not that far away from where I grew up. Where you
No.
guys are. Yeah.
No, I think we like concluded it was like a 2-hour drive?
Might
Hour
be like an
45?
hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, come.
We're just gonna go. Gino's gonna play
My
golf with my
Gino.
dad.
Build the
and,
prop.
yeah, do the thing. So.
Oh, Gino and your dad are friends?
Oh my God. They text all day long.
That's really cute. That's really cute.
My dad has never liked any man in my life ever, but my dad texts our family group chat and says, the universe provides constantly. He's obsessed. It's adorable and bizarre and concerning.
Does your
So
dad just start wearing headbands?
I wouldn't put it past him, I guess, but I don't know. They're only 8 years apart. So
Sounds like my dad and
He calls him kiddo.
Your dad and Anthony are
they're about like the same distance apart,
Yeah.
and they years apart. And my dad and aunt love each other so much, and they text too. So
Isn't that weird? I'm like, who are you texting? He's like, Tom. I'm like, get
I met
out.
Missy's parents. They're the
Oh, yeah,
cutest. They were at the show, Kiki, in September.
Yes.
The show
Oh
where
my
Anthony
God.
was drinking wine, and we were like, something's different with him. He's not drinking to excess. He was like just doing wine, and then he started having the
yeah.
heart stuff happen after.
Oh yes, I remember that. Hmm.
Wow, and that was last September already.
and he's a whole new man now.
And is he doing better? Is he like, fuck, I wish I could drink more? Is he like embracing?
No, him and I actually like got the most drunk we have in like a long time last night, and it wasn't even that much drinking. We were just like, we went to Topgolf, and we did like mimosas. Just got like one bottle, and we just split it up, and then we went home, had a fire. We stopped, and I got him a bottle of wine, and I got myself a bottle of Prosecco. But I don't know why we felt so hammered.
Because
we don't.
He doesn't drink that much.
You haven't been drinking. Right?
Yeah, so it was fun, but we singing karaoke like the old days till like 2 a.m.
Well, I'll bring in an expert. I'll bring in our local bad decisions expert, maybe to help us figure out why Anthony got so drunk.
There he is.
There he is.
Hi, Aaron.
I heard everyone was talking shit about me.
No, it's not just us. It's the whole internet.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't know why anyone would say anything negative about me. What bad decisions have I made as of late?
No one said anything.
What did I
negative
say
about
that was
you.
so negative?
Nothing.
I
You
think I'm
didn't
trying to
say
put myself in your
anything negative.
shoes.
Let's see. I recently got divorced, and Chrissie said, I think he wasn't paying attention to the problems he and his wife was having very well. Yeah, that's usually the case when a relationship falls apart. What was the other one? Her and Nick seem to be attracted to each other. The hell you say? No, I watched the whole, like, somebody's like, oh, Chrissie's trashing you. And I literally
Are
went,
you
I went
kidding?
to-
It was a very lighthearted conversation.
well, I go to turn on SimpCast, and I back up.
Who was it? Who said I was trashing you? Give me
some
names.
Some guy named Sean.
I don't know any
So-
Seans.
So I go back and watch it, and I'm watching it, and I go, I start going like this. I start going, this is really constructive criticism. This is all very interesting. This is
Didn't I
all very-
say, Aaron, this is nothing he wouldn't say about himself?
Right. No, I
right.
I do a little members only thing for like a half hour on Sunday nights. And we went back and watched it. And just before Keanu said, I think Aaron would say the same thing. I had just said before you said that, I go, yes, exactly. No, that's 100% right. And then Keanu goes, I think Aaron would say that same thing.
Right.
No, I don't
If
think you
Lila
do.
were here, I'll be Lila. You failed your marriage.
I did.
You failed. You're a
But
failure.
also, like, I don't know. I think you're both not to put all the blame on Aaron. Well, that's the thing is, like, we can talk to Aaron. We can't talk to April. So it's easier to kind of
Look,
hear Aaron out.
There's three sides to what happened between April and I. My side, her side, and what really happened.
Mhm.
That's how it is with everything that goes bad. Like, and when people are like, I hate the internet because it's just little tattletales going, oh, Chrissie's trashing you. And then you go watch it and you go, guys, don't you have friends in your life? Who
This
like,
is literally all of the bullshit about me. Like, like it's just somebody saying I'm doing something, or somebody
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, it's January 6th. Oh,
But it,
but
it's
That's
also
all
like,
the internet is.
but it's
Yeah.
also like, don't you want your friends to criticize you and tell you the truth? Like, don't you want your friends to tell you things? So that you
Also,
can,
Those are real friends.
yes, you
Those
can
are
Also-
people you're like,
shit.
that fucking sucked, that hurt, but you know what? I bet you if I did what you're suggesting, I might actually be happier in the long run. But I'll
Exactly.
it's
take
like,
that
do these
noted.
people think I'm so
Oh,
retarded?
shut
Like
the fuck up,
anything.
Chrissie. I hate you.
No, we're cool. We're cool.
said-
I was defending you.
He actually clinically said you were not a narcissist.
Wait a minute. I made a career ripping off your boyfriend's entire act. You and I are fine.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, no,
Also-
I listen. I think I got to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
For people who think like I'm not an idiot, I know that, like, I mean, you come on this show, Aaron, like we're friendly. Don't you think I know you can listen to this show at any time? So I'm not going
Right.
to say something I wouldn't say to your face. Same as Nick. I don't think I've said anything I wouldn't directly say to his face. So there's no getting caught with your pants down when you understand what
I don't
the
think they'll
internet
ever
is.
see this. Yeah, no.
It's a safe space.
And to quote Ricky Bobby, no, this would be to quote Will Ferrell in the campaign, I fucked up. Like, so like people criticizing me is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've laid all this stuff out too. Like,
That's what friends do. is
yeah,
criticize.
I don't get, I understand the need people have to like watch internet shit and like the feeling of God they must have in their hands to go, I'm going to take this person who thinks that this person likes them and I'm going to try and smash them together.
Right.
And it's like, you've got to be pretty
I
dumb
want
to
to see
fall
people
for that.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it just makes me
Wow.
want to watch the show.
You know what it is? It's because it makes these people feel powerful. Like, ooh, I have the power to break up a friendship, break up a relationship.
Well,
and they have no skin in the game. And they're like, ooh, I can just watch. I can just light a match, put out a lie, put out gossip, and
Yeah.
just, ooh, like, watch it
And people
unravel for
can
my
flip
entertainment.
things to sound any way they want, you know.
Yeah.
Look
Well,
at this. Right. You know.
And also, you both are friends with me, but you're friends with April too. And anyone who would ask people to choose allegiances, like this is already a difficult enough situation for everyone in my life, everyone in my circle. You don't want to make it more difficult by going, no, you have to believe everything I say, and you have to pick my side, and you have to. Don't make it more
Aaron,
difficult.
you never
than
asked
it
me
is.
or Gino once to not be friends with April. All we're
As a
doing
matter of fact,
is
as a matter of
trying to
fact-
be her friend. Yeah.
Right. As a matter of fact,
So,
I have always wished that April get happy, that she get healthy. I agree with Gino. April needs to be away from all three of us. It was a toxic, poisonous place. None of us did anything to make it better. And the quicker everyone realizes that, the quicker everyone can heal and live a more complete life, in my opinion.
So it's not so much like sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's like sex, drugs, and divorce.
Yeah, not as sexy when it's real life.
Aaron, is there anything she could do like that that could turn it around at this point?
Turn what
I don't-
around? Like
anything? Is there even a hope? Is there even a 1% chance of maybe?
I do. This is gonna sound hokey or whatever, but I believe in her. I do. There's the person that I loved is still alive. Like they're still in there
thank
somewhere.
God. Yeah.
You know, I do believe in April. I just don't believe in April and I. There's a big difference. I think she can turn this thing around tomorrow. I think she can go back home, rebuild from the start. Just rebuild your whole foundation. Tear it all down, rebuild from the foundation. She can go back to what she was doing before the show. And one thing that Chrissie nailed right on, April and I should have never worked together. April would talk about how terrible her job was. And, you know, just the way I am, I was like, oh, I'll take you away from this thing you hate. You can come work with me. I know how much
Sit
you
on
like
the air
it."
with me and let the internet shit upon you. And then, I don't think she was ready for that. And you admit you faltered there for sure.
But also, Aaron, like, there's no way. It's either you can handle this shit or you can't. And I remember I would speak to her a few times, like when people started to come after her and she became more of a public figure, and like just explaining to her, like it'll pass, like it's meaningless, like it's just people trying to start shit, and like
don't respond.
you,
Don't respond to these people. Don't it just feeds
and
the
it's easy for me to say that, having 13 years of stand-up and rejection and like all the shit that comes with that makes this all easier. She just you can't force that thick skin.
And I kind of learned way too late in the game, because I remember, if you don't mind me saying, Chrissy, I texted you once and I said, April's having problems with the internet shit, and I feel like it would mean more coming from you, because I don't handle the advice part very well. Like, I'm maybe a little too like, hey, just fucking ignore it. Come on, kid, soldier on. You got this.
But that's how men are. That's like that's a very like
that's how I talk to Gino.
Take.
No, look, we did a lot of unhealthy things.
Clearly. Right.
And you just have to learn. The thing that just makes me sad about it, though, is like, and the thing that makes me a little resentful, and I'm trying to drop that. I really am. Like meetings and therapy and shit like that, I'm trying to drop the resentment. But one of the things I resent is that, like, right now, only one person is admitting that this thing was toxic or even existed. Is admitting that it was toxic and bad, and we need to start over and do better. But one thing I've definitely learned is there's no point in resenting that, because they're going to do whatever they want to do. You just have to focus on your own shit and choose not to be resentful or pissy or bitchy or whatever. I just really wish, because I don't think they understand, because they're in the middle of it right now. But the sooner admit that you've made mistakes and gone in the wrong direction, the sooner you can start taking inventory, start turning it around, and your life gets better.
Nobody literally ever would blame April, even though she has to sort of, be an adult too. But nobody would kind of blame her at all. But there's other people that she's still involved with that don't seem to want to take any responsibility for their actions at all.
True. But I've said this about Nick too, because we were friends. A sober Nick is not a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
A sober Nick Rekieta is not a bad guy. I just saw that guy very few and far between, unfortunately. And that's the nature of addiction. That's the nature of having a problem, is you see these glimpses of these people, and it makes you, especially if you're an optimist, it makes you believe in them. But then you watch them not admit, or you watch them not admit, or you watch them deny, and you just go, you get so frustrated, and you can either live in that world and get angry, or you can distance yourself from it and go, maybe someday.
No.
Maybe someday. I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say this, Missy and Keanu, how dare the two of you say that when I try to be a tough guy, I look like a douche. That
you do. I told you 100 times. You were trying to be the cool guy. You look like a douche. It's okay, though.
You don't have douchey moments.
Forgive me, as my life was in shambles, trying to figure out how I wanted to present myself.
Yeah,
I love you.
It's hard. It is hard to go through this, on the internet for everyone's entertainment. It's very fucking, people can shit talk, say, oh, Aaron's cringe, or oh, he's like a radio voice,
Thanks,
whatever.
Chrissy.
But it's like,
appreciate it.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of like the basic things that people who don't like you just harp on. Like, I'm like, well, it is what it is.
That's a ridiculous thing to say. I wouldn't be friends with you if you were an actual douche.
Right. It's like people don't understand.
I'm not saying you are cringe. People are saying that you handled the situation in a cringe way, but it's also like you don't know what you would look like going through a public divorce on the internet.
Not like you're a professional at that.
Go through the same situation and see how they would act.
Exactly. What I was going to say was, guys, I pray you never have to go through something as psychologically fucked up as purposely, and not knowing it at the time, purposely taking your own life and like your marriage and everything and lighting it on fucking fire and rolling it down a hill and not real and thinking that it's fun, thinking that you're doing a good thing, only to have it catch up with you a half year later that, oh my God, I've destroyed, devalued, and shamed everything I've ever loved. Like everything. I've scandalized my entire life, and I thought it was a good thing. Like, I welcome anyone. I hope nobody goes through that because it's a choice and I made a fucked up choice. But like, I welcome anyone to try and go through that publicly and not look like a fucking douche.
And you are, this is a process. Like, this is a process for you, and you're trying to maintain your show. And it seems like, and I forgive me for not, I don't know that much about you, but from, you've done a show, so you're maintaining your show character. I'm not going to say it's a character, but there's the performative person on the mic, and so you're doing that. But it's almost like people are expecting you to be that meme where you're sitting there with the dog with the fire going on behind and going, "This is fine." Like, people are it's like, like, "Oh, why is he bringing this to the public? Maybe you shouldn't." Well, it's like, well, you seem like a very open book guy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna kind of put it out there, and if you're not handling it the way people expect you, and that's kind of goes back to what you were saying, like, you get frustrated by witnessing somebody handle something differently than you would. So that's a pretty common, that we all do that. We all get pissed that someone's doing that, and it's like, oh, they're their own person. If this is how they want to handle it, this is on them. This is their thing. Let them do that. So, people on the sideline look at you, go, "Why isn't he handling it this way?" When it's like, well, this guy's handling something very personal, and it's a process. It kind of is like a grieving situation.
It is a grieving process.
Yeah, Missy, there's two things I could do. I could go on the air and be, it's a performance. It's an act. It should be. I mean, if you're just who you are all the time on the air,
you're making fun of yourself too.
Right.
In the process.
It's a mic persona. Missy, you brought that
I
up
live
on my
with
show.
one.
A mic persona, right?
So
it's not
I
necessarily it's an exaggerated, maybe sort of version of yourself.
It's
But
not
you're
a
also
disingenuous thing.
Right, but it's also you're doing a show, and he talks about his life on his show and his news, and his life right now is sort of in the news. So
there's two ways you can handle it. You can handle it as the persona when you're on the air, or I could go on the air and be how I am in real life, and everyone would be calling men in white coats to take me away, because I could be doing the show 80% fine and then randomly just burst into tears and go, "My life is over. What have I done?"
And everyone just
you kept a lid on it for as long as you could, and then once it became very public, you're like, okay, I can talk about this now.
And then once the arrest happened, like the amount of shit I was catching online, offline, everything else, I just snapped and I went, I'm just, you know what? All the shit that's coming out now, I'm just going to come out with everything I know, because every day it seems like something else, like it felt like the whole world was telling my story, and it made me feel like I was like observing my own life from the outside. So I'm like, and again, this may have been the right way or the wrong way to handle it. I went, why don't I just tell everyone everything I saw, everything I did, everything I know? And now that way, nobody can blindside me with anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look like I'm hiding anything.
Could that get you in trouble? This is where I was like, I'm curious. Could that get you in trouble? Like with the law, with if there ever is discovery with Nick, like, could you get implicated and dragged into it in some way? So like,
no, that's a great question. And I will say this, when I came out and admitted all the things I did it for the sole purpose of being open and honest with everything I did, because I knew I was going to have to say things about other people that made me look shitty. So I said, before I even criticize anyone else, let me essentially put the gun to my own head and go, here's everything I've done. Here's all the wrong things I've done. So could I get in trouble for it? Absolutely. But I will say this, people who go like, oh, you're being stupid. My intention was never to avoid getting in trouble. My intention was to basically confess my own sins before I criticized anyone else. And if that leads to anything bad happening to me down the road, then so be it. I did those things. I'm responsible for those things. And if there's a price to pay for that, by God, it's going to be less than the price, that some of those innocent kids pay, like I'm not an innocent, I'm not
with stuff like that. That's where it is sticky, because you're trying to be like, it's like when you're dealing with police, right? And you're like, I don't want no problem, so I'm just going to be honest. It's like, well, there is that really lovely line where they say anything you say can and will be used against you. So that is one of those kind of like sticky wicket of the saying everything for you to have a clean slate just because you're just wanting to be honest, where it's like, well, now we're dipping our toe into legal matters and the court system can give two shits that you're trying to be a good guy.
Right. And if that's what they decide, if they're like, look, the decisions you made, these are the consequences for it, then it's like, well, good. I don't want to run from it. Like, if it hurt people, then I want to pay for that. If it hurt children, I'm a father of 3. And the only reason that I'm still blessed to be, spending so much time with my children is because I realized what I was doing was wrong. My wife at the time, is that me or is that somebody else?
I'm like touchy feely.
But my wife at the time left. We
something.
were still trying to keep this foursome alive as she moved her shit out of the closet, which was really fucking weird. And then eventually I just went, all right, this is not working. I'm out too. Like, let's just be done. But that does so I got out early before everything went to shit. That doesn't mean I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm happy that I have my children. I'm happy that I could be honest with the mother of my kids, my family. They all kind of forgave me. It's there. So if I have to pay some kind of legal price, it's worth it.
I like that.
Chrissie, you're making this sound like some forensic file episode.
Play a happy song.
And he still gets to see his children.
Children! This is a story about a man. A man.
Fabulously talented man.
Come stay with us at Kikikiano in South Carolina. Where the white girls are free. And the other bites will kill.
Get ready, because the summer of 2024 is the summer of Aaron.
No! That's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Coming to theaters July 2024.
Don't
the
be like
summer of
me.
Aaron.
I'm shit. This is not helpful. It is
Summer
not
of Aaron.
No.
Summer of Aaron. Cuck is an Aaron.
And line up, ladies. He's single now.
Single. Aaron. He loves golfing.
And hot tubs.
And
Maybe
swinging.
not hot tubs anymore.
But keeping his wife this time.
Cold tubs.
I feel like the lesson I was trying to convey has become utterly lost.
No,
I can put on a lesson songs. Hold on.
No, we don't need lesson songs. There's no reason to.
This is like country music?
Cowboy song. This is if Nick and I fucked each other.
Yes.
At what point, Aaron, did you touch tips with Mr. Nick?
We saw each other's dicks.
We were
but
standing
we
over
didn't
by
touch 'em.
his property, looking over the sunset. I felt a hand on my leg.
Yeah.
And it was Nick.
And it was an accident. Or was
Sure it was.
Huh.
He's like, that's no brown recluse spider.
That's my hand.
Is it Nick or a brown recluse? We'll never know.
This is a story of a radio personality who got a little too personal
With
Nick
another
Cage.
couple.
I think they're right. I've been doing too many shows.
Lean into it, Aaron.
I like the summer of Aaron.
The summer of Aaron.
He says too much.
You're very good humored.
Look, if
He is good humored. He is a cuck.
No, not a cuck.
I mean, in the
I'm
technical
teasing.
sense, Nick and I both are. I mean,
I know. Wait till I got a slew of messages
Gossip.
from dearest Nick. Wow. Yeah.
You
very
did?
fun.
wait,
Oh,
more than I.
Oh, I don't even, oh my God, it's page after page. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does it sound like?
I'll save it for Gossip Thursday.
Does it sound like those messages may have been influenced by anything?
Oh, I'm like, wow. I can't even believe you're even.
And now that just
messaging
sounds
me.
like some like gay stripping music.
Yeah.
I think he's going back to the gay thing again. Yeah.
What did the messages say, Kiki?
I can't blame anyone for having shit to say about it. It's very interesting. I mean,
No,
from the outside looking in,
I
it's fascinating.
read him the riot act. I tried to be nice, and then I'm like, "Why are you messaging me? This is how I feel. You're not going to. I'm not stupid. Sorry, dog. That's enough, right?"
Did you say dog? Because that's too far.
I did not say dog, but he did call you a cuck. And he did say, he said you got cucked out of your life.
Oh.
And
Like,
all matter of things.
He still has his show.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
He still has his kids.
I mean, I did win the who can still see their kids battle.
Yeah. Hey, I said, dude, you don't want to fucking come toe to toe with me here. He's like, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. I could go on and on. I will be talking about it soon. And honestly, yes, of course. We'll have Gossip Thursdays on Steel Toe.
Looks like we've got some hair to braid.
Yeah, we have some hair to braid.
Pubic hair. Right. Who am I to judge? I'm wearing a shirt that I've been wearing for probably 36 hours,
which is great. At least it's not a sweatshirt. It's a lovely top.
It's pajamas.
No one would ever know. At least
Well.
it's not, an orange jumpsuit.
I see what you did
You
there.
never know.
I would look terrible in orange. Oh, I'd be so annoyed if I had to go to jail.
Your head is orange.
My head is orange. Just my hair. It would clash though. No, I need blue undertones. I need jewel tones, or else it's all over for me.
What's a jewel tone?
A jewel tone is like emerald, purple, blue, navy.
So like every other color.
Primary
Cool tones.
colors, but
Greens.
sparkly.
I can't do red, orange. I don't really fuck with pink too much. Yellows are out of the question. Yeah, blues, greens.
Getting that dress.
Purples.
You wouldn't get that yellow sundress.
No.
Your eyes
Can I
go
say
with
something?
anything, though.
If you see me wearing yellow, something is wrong. Something is very wrong.
She's wearing yellow. She's sick.
She's sending a help
wearing-
signal like that
Yes,
child with
I'm
the
wearing
tag.
Yellows, call the authorities because I'm
That's her safety word.
An Amber Alert for
Yeah.
an adult mother.
It's my literal amber alert.
If Chrissy's wearing puce, we know something's wrong.
Puce.
What color is puce?
Yeah, I was like,
Puce
is it
is
like
like
vomit
green.
color?
It's actually
I
like
literally don't know what puce looks like. I just
You don't
know
know
that
what
it's a
puce looks
horrifying
like?
word.
It is a real color, though. I know that
Puce.
much.
Oh, I stand corrected. It's brownish purple.
Oh.
Puce. Puce. You guys want to see puce?
It's starting to sound weird the more you say it.
I present to
Yeah,
you
it's like
name for
it's like borderlining queef.
yes,
puce. Puce.
oh
Oh my god,
Oh.
puce is essentially almost millennial pink, but repurposed.
I didn't expect that. I expected it to be like booger green.
Oh wow, look at this puce mug.
Okay, so I love puce actually.
Puce. It looks like pussy.
Puce.
Pusey.
Okay.
Which one is puce?
What
Hold
if
on,
it's
they have them around?
Italian and it's pronounced like puce? Puce.
Puce? Puce?
Like
Hold on.
puce, but
The
Marie
origin of the
Antoinette.
color puce.
Puce. Okay, so I actually love puce. Forget it.
Oh my god! When Louis the XVI was asked what he thought of his wife's latest look, he replied, "C'est puce."
C'est puce.
that's fleet colored.
Like Pepe Le Puce.
C'est puce. That is flea.
Yeah.
That
That means
sounds
live
positive.
puce. So
Let them
viva
eat
la
puce.
Yes. Let's meet.
Oh, that's a nice color. It looks like my wife's puce.
Yes, my wife's puce, which I'm not interested in. because I
These
couldn't-
women, like, sure, they look cool, but they probably smelled horrible. Like, you took probably one bath a month.
Can you imagine Versailles with no AC?
Ugh. What's the point?
That's why they had
repulsive.
people like Pond fans. Like,
I know.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
fanning them.
No wonder Louis
Is
couldn't
this a
get the red.
puce? Ew.
That's
why is there
a
a flea?
that's a brown lip puce.
Okay, which one is puce? Which
guess.
puce is really puce? Pantone declares it to be purplish brown, while others think it's more of a mauve. This
Oh.
could be puce, or this could be puce.
Those are not anything alike one another.
No.
The
No,
other side of the spectrum.
Okay, I like puce now. So I just thought it was a gross word.
It is a gross word.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're still correct on that.
What color am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like a pea green
Chartreuse?
color.
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse and
That's it, yeah.
puce.
Chartreuse is like that hideous puke color, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chartreuse. I thought that was like a red.
No, I think it's like a green, isn't it? Chartreuse.
It's like a booger
It's like a
green.
lime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chartreuse. Okay.
It's like a lime.
Oh yeah.
Lime. Yeah.
Show us.
It's a liqueur as well.
Are you ready for chartreuse?
Show
Yes.
us.
Well, it is a
Chartreuse.
liqueur.
You're gonna be on team puce or team chartreuse after this. Chartreuse.
I'm gonna be
Next, yes, and then we'll do
Team-
cobalt.
Team part chartreuse.
Yep, booger green, snot green.
Wait, there's so many different tones of this. I need to.
It's
Look at
the
this.
snot one. I actually kind of
Chartreuse.
like that color too. Now that
I like
thinking
it.
of
It's
Very
very-
70s.
It's remarkably boogery.
Very kind of boogery.
It is like pea soup.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Chrissy,
Oh,
what
it
is
looks great on a car, but that's about it.
Chrissy, what is our our birthstone is it's like this
Citron.
no, citron.
It's
It's not
citron.
called
It's
that.
citrine. Citrine. It's like
It's
Is it
called
yellow.
God damn it. No.
It's gold. Goldish.
It's called
Muscatel?
no,
it's citrine.
it's not called citrine. That's not
I gotta say, this is like the most advanced color theory chat right now. Like
I'm
I've
an
never heard
artist.
half of these, and I'm in art school.
It's called bing bing bing.
That's not-
Topaz. Topaz is the most
That's a great one.
hideous birthstone, but I
like-
tend to like
It's not blue.
I mean, it's
It's
no
like-
puce.
it's like puce orange.
Oh my god, this is gonna be summer puce for me.
Oh, damn it. I lost my summer already.
You lost it to
No,
a color.
it's still summer of Aaron.
Oh,
Like,
it's still the summer of Aaron. Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I got cucked out of my life.
So that was but
Wait
the
till you
summer
hear the
hasn't
rest.
really started
Alright.
yet. It really was like the spring of cucking, and it's gonna be the summer of Aaron.
Yes. Summer of
David
Aaron.
Carpenter, a former coworker, told me that his friend got bit by a brown recluse, burst her
Brown
leg,
recluse.
and then lost her life. Okay, then we'll
That's
bring
what
the
I'm
room down.
saying, David. It sneaks up on you. You could just step on that shit and you don't know, and then you
Who
lose
is
your leg
each
all of a sudden.
woman's favorite poet? Mine are Dylan Thomas, James Joyce, and E. Cummings.
Favorite poet.
Actually,
I don't know.
I do have a book.
Sometimes
I hate
the
it when
high-
people ask you
The
what your
Bard.
favorite thing is, and then they just tell you theirs right away.
Right. This is probably an autistic person who wrote this.
Favorite poet.
Poet.
William Shakespeare, right? The Bard, or
Dr.
my friend
Seuss.
Amy Clark. Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Seuss is a great one.
Shel Silverstein. How about that?
Hunter Bogut. When Chrissy gives tough love, it's actually because she cares. Oh yeah.
It wasn't even tough love. It was just an accurate depiction of the chain of
Oh.
events.
It's lawyers, guns, and money, Missy. Oh,
What?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Aaron friends take sides in every divorce. It sucks.
I don't know. I think I think the friends on this screen have been very fair and even-handed. I don't think they've taken anyone's side. I think they've actually been very nice to both people.
I mean, there's
to take your word remarkably, Aaron. I've
Oh,
been
so I say remarkably too much. That's good to know.
I think you can assess a situation and not have your friendship come into play. Like ultimately, your friendship is going to come down to whoever's best at keeping in touch with you, right?
Mm.
Whatever, if the shit hits the fan or not, you know? Like if
But
someone is
also,
answering your calls, texting you back, well, that sounds like someone who wants to stay friends versus if someone's ignoring you, well, then that doesn't sound like you want to be friends.
oh,
That's the most
Hugsy.
adorable goddamn
my
moment of any game I've ever been on.
Oh, Cat's a mom.
Baby.
I know, I'm a mom. It's 9 years later. I still can't believe it. Like, what?
Aw, I
He
wish
just
mine
came and
could
gave you
walk.
a hug, like
So
"Hi,
cute.
Silver."
Oh my god.
He's a mama's boy. He loves, always wants.
Really?
That's what the
Aw.
bean will be because you fed him every hour on the hour for 5 years.
He's gonna be too fat to walk because he's already like
He's a
13.
chunk now.
He has fat wrists. Like his wrists are fat.
He's gonna be a sports player or
has
something then.
Chunky wrists and his legs are fat already.
You have the little folds. on the-
Yes.
like, isn't that the cutest?
But
They look like little dinner rolls.
His whole body looks like a pack of Hawaiian rolls.
which is great. Who wants
like
a
a little-
skinny baby?
Third world
Right?
countries.
They don't want
Gaza.
it.
They
just
don't want it.
help
They accept it though.
Yeah.
They're
They
like,
just
yeah,
kind of make them
sold it
do
on
with
white
what they
people.
got. Yeah.
these are our babies. They're hungry. What of it? Aaron, the story is getting boring and repetitive. Guess what, jackass? We're still talking about
It's
it.
almost
Yeah,
like we've heard it
jackass.
before.
Viking, I visited the George Floyd Memorial yesterday. Am I going to be cursed like Chrissie in April?
Oh, that's
No.
true. The curse of George Floyd.
Oh my God. Yeah, my dad was murdered like that day, basically. And I didn't find out till the next day.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Oh my God. Maybe
That's
it is.
not
Maybe it
why.
is a curse.
Wow, the curse of George Floyd Square.
yeah, Viking, get out! Stop it!
Yeah, don't go
Absolutely
there.
not.
Nobody
That
go
is
there.
Not
Bad
why.
things will
That
happen
is
to you.
absolutely not why. Do not put that in her brain, please. So wait, yeah,
don't
if that's the
know.
curse, then the worst thing that happened to April is that she got divorced from him. Okay, that's not a curse. Your dad was murdered. Stop. No.
I
That's
I
so
mean,
funny.
And trying to
arrest-
make everyone
being
feel
arrested isn't good.
No, that was bad too.
But the divorce to the thanks. No, I
Savage
no.
murder
You
is
know what
worse
I
than
you know what I
divorce.
come here for? To feel better. That's what I come here for. To feel better.
Us gals, you're like one of our best gal pals. Well,
Yeah.
You were about to say gay friend. Don't fucking lie to me.
I really
Let's go to
wasn't.
the
That's
chat.
a Freudian slip of
All right, I'm
yours.
being defensive.
Oh, Zato, just cause seemed appropriate. Thank you, Zato. Deranged lunatic. That is one sticky puce.
Stinky
puce.
puce. Ooh.
It's actually the color of a puce. Keanu's hair is not symmetrical. She needs to move her part from left to right about. Oh, this guy's definitely autistic. 1/16 of an inch. It bothers me.
Okay. If you think that is the worst problem with me, then I'm doing okay. All right. Let's look inward.
Jeremy Parker's those giant ridiculous dresses from the Victorian era look like something that Clam lady needs to hide her gorilla body. Oh, did you see Clam posted a picture of her in a dress and I immediately zoomed in on her feet? No pedicure. I was like, whoa.
Clam lady?
It looked like she was at a wedding or something.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
what are you doing out in public without a pedicure?
She's
I was just like,
she doesn't
it's
know how to
basic-
take care of herself.
it's like the most basic thing.
Who's
All
Clam
right,
lady?
fine. I
Clam
wasn't planning
is-
on talking about this, but here we are.
Clam is how I refer to Pearl.
Oh, snap.
Yes.
Not to be
Pearl.
petty, but I'm just being like, dude.
Not to be petty cure, am I right?
That's right.
Okay,
That's
there's
right.
Pearl. She's 9 feet tall. She's 9 feet tall, but she still wears like the biggest high heels she can find. I love it. She really
Oh
leans in.
boy.
But
Yeah.
look at this. First of all, this one has half a pedicure. Pearl has no pedicure.
Both of their feet look like the scene in Misery when the guy was hobbled.
And he's about to like break his
Yes,
leg.
it
He
looks
smashes
like,
it between the
looks like
This is
Kathy
not
Bates
it.
just took a freaking hammer to both of their ankles. What is going on?
This is
Number
not
one,
going to get you on Wiki Feet, girls.
no, and also, and not for nothing, this is the best I've ever seen Clam look, and
Yeah.
and it's horrible. So
I
I don't
almost
know what is
prefer-
it. Does she have duct tape around her
She's got a big
chin
band-aid.
here? What's going on here? What is that?
Neighborhood children were kicking her shins.
Oh
don't know.
God. Wow, Clam. Is that your girlfriend or your
Yeah,
softball teammate? Yeah.
She goes around saying she's not a lesbian, but I don't know.
She's a
I get
lesbian. Nothing wrong with being a lesbian, Clam. Just come out with it already.
There is something wrong with going out without a pedicure.
What is around her shin?
It looks like
A Band-Aid.
Yeah,
A
it looks like
Band-Aid?
a bandage of some sort. Yeah.
Why is it so
From
cute?
what?
Black dick? I don't know.
Why would black dick be on a shin? And how
It hangs low.
Wait a minute.
Because it's
How
low.
caustic is this black dick that it's cutting flesh to the point where you need a bandage?
Oh my
Slow
God!
it
If we,
swings.
I know.
I don't know. I've never been with one.
Never.
That's
Anyway.
wild.
Scary.
That's our pearl
Wow.
of the day.
That was
Chartreuse is the only color named after a liquor.
Oh,
That's a fun
I
fact.
like a baby shot of chartreuse every now and again.
Aaron, who has the better snatch?
Oh,
God.
no.
I don't think you're gonna get an answer for $2, Viking.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
I've said
But-
too much.
But you know what? I bet you have an answer.
I do.
You know what? The fact that you have an answer is
I do.
There's always an answer to these things. Hunter, does the bean have jowls? Oh no, he's chubby cheeks. He's so cute. He literally is the cutest baby ever. I don't know how
I
it
know.
happened.
Oh,
Ugh, I miss him. I wonder what he's doing right now. Old Nerdy says, eat Cummings. The boys, I mean, are not refined. That's a good one. All right. Jackass. Aaron's favorite poet is whoever wrote on the men's room bathroom stall as he loiters, writing down times and numbers.
I don't know if I get that.
Oh, I
don't
love his.
either.
I love his greatest work. It's a poem titled "For a Good Time Call."
Ah, got it. Got it. Okay.
You see, Keanu, I'm gay in that joke.
I get it. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
no, it's
wonderful.
Yes.
a really original whiskey and poet line there. Appreciate it.
Great. That was really very funny.
This is a story of a man tested by the internet.
Yeah.
This is the story about one hot tub
Hot tub, hot tub,
which
hot tub.
changed the lives of 4 people.
Forever.
A magical hot tub, a cursed hot tub. Coming this
Another
summer.
win for the toe.
Coming this summer, a hot tub of lies.
Hot tub
Starring-
of lies.
Starring Aaron Imholt as himself.
Oh, we couldn't get Rainn Wilson, huh?
Actually.
Starring Rainn Wilson as Aaron Imholt.
Yeah.
Who would play April? Lindsay Lohan.
Or maybe a
Taryn Manning. Taryn Manning as
Taryn
April
Manning.
Imholt. Yes. Who would play Nick?
um
Steve Buscemi. as
Tom
Nick
Hanks'
Rekieta.
character in Philadead.
Oh, Tom Hanks as Nick Rekieta. Who would play
Nick
Kayla?
Rekieta, played by Ted Bundy. Wait, he's dead.
And who would
Anyway,
play Kayla? Gosh, I don't know.
Kayla would be
The girl,
played by-
oh, what's her name from Lost? The brunette from Lost? Evangeline Lilly as Kayla.
Evangeline
okay.
Lilly, starring Evangeline Lilly, Ted Bundy,
Ted
Taryn
Bundy,
Manning,
Taryn Manning, and Rainn Wilson in
Rainn
Hot Tub of
Wilson.
Lies.
and
Coming this
another
summer
role for the toe.
to Netflix. Don't get in; it'll get splashy.
Sounds great. I think that sounds awesome.
You've got something. There's something
Yes.
there.
Kristen Stewart could also play.
Yes.
What's her face? Kayla.
Or maybe even April.
No,
Younger.
I like Taryn Manning. Like she's a little cracked out, but like as a blonde.
Mm-hmm.
True. It will be cool when this is all a documentary
Yeah.
or a movie. A
Well,
film.
I think never mind. You know what? No. I was going talk amongst yourselves. It's
It'll
fine.
be great.
Women don't know what is written in men's rooms. Well, now I'm curious.
Dicks mostly.
As Dylan Mulvaney, I do know what is.
I think they're just in there stenciling dicks on each other's
Just
heads.
writing dicks.
Yeah, no, they're placing their dicks on the wall to stencil, right? Exactly.
Ooh, Nick Rekieta played by Bob Odenkirk. That's not a bad
Ooh.
idea. And Tara Reid for April. Okay, I like some of these ideas better. I
It's
could see
almost
Tara
too
Reid.
mean for.
She's Tara Reid, like when she didn't know her tit was out.
Oh no. I finally brought myself to watch one of those episodes that like people had clipped or like Keanu had told me about. And
Oh.
I wish I wouldn't.
What
have.
episodes?
That was tough.
I
Like,
didn't mean to play it on my show. I was just trying
Yeah.
to show how you ruined my wedding and my disco ball theme.
Yes, I'm sorry.
and then,
What?
This is a long story, and I
Okay,
won't
well,
tell
one
it
night
here.
on the show, I got tired of using the phrase swinging or wife swapping. So I just used the term disco to talk about the lifestyle that we were living. So I go,
Oh, you're somebody who calls it the lifestyle. Oh God,
no, I'm just saying that was the lifestyle I was living. So I said, those are my disco days. I go, that's back during disco and blah, blah, blah.
Jazz.
Not knowing that Keanu was going with like a big disco ball.
I'm not kidding. I don't want a disco themed wedding, but I had a premonition and I told my wedding planner, I want disco balls everywhere, all over my wedding. I want it to be sort of retro. I got that day that he started calling it disco. He wouldn't stop saying disco about his foibles and his like what have you. I called in. I said, stop. I got about a quote for about 1,000 disco balls that day. He starts calling it 1,000, like maybe $2,000 worth of fucking disco balls. I'm like, must you? Even though you don't even realize you're making my wedding about you, you must make it about you. So we've had to adjust that idea.
It was at that point Keanu realized the wrong friend had kept in touch.
Oh, my April, call me. Please.
She would have never called it disco. At least she stayed there.
Oh God! If Nick lets you, please let her. Please tell her to call me. Thanks. Oh no, I'm not done with that yet.
Oh no, it'll be nice now that April and Nick just have that house to themselves. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're paying a bunch of fucking disco balls. I'll send all the disco balls from my wedding that I was supposed to hang up over there. Great.
Balls. Just don't make it hot tub themed.
Who would? I wouldn't think that he would ever decide. He should call it hot tub, not disco. He should call it puce.
Tubbing.
Start getting my puce lifestyle.
Tubbing, yeah. Tubbing.
You sullied my wedding.
Tubbing sounds like what a fat person is edging. Tubbing.
Tubbing. Okay, I'm gonna have to bow out. I'm gonna get my kids to bed.
Oh, your kids! I hope your kids haven't heard any of this show.
No, they were in the screens.
God, you're the cat. Now with Cat leaving, this show has no respectable people.
Not at all.
Cat, tell the good people where they can find you and what's coming up.
So you can find me on all my socials. It's the handle that you see at @CatCanada_TM. And the biggest thing coming up for me is we're reclaiming my country, Canada, from the authoritarian cry bullies at the Reclaiming Canada conference this June in Victoria, BC. We're taking this country back.
Yes, I like that. Sorry, I'm binge eating these Skittles because I just want them out of my sight.
Oh, you lucky dog.
Do you guys ever get rid of something like you eat something just to have it gone? All right, bye, Cat.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Sorry, I'm trying to sign off and I'm talking about my stupid Skittles.
Eat them again and eat, Cam. Eat another.
You'll eat more than you want to just because you want to throw it out already.
But then you have like a little bit left at the bottom. You're like, I'm not gonna leave that much. Like I'm just gonna finish it. Just be done with it at this point.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Sam. You sent me these Skittles.
Are they the mini Skittles?
Yeah, Skittle
Yummy.
Littles. This was a big bag. I just have it on my desk.
How small are they? Can you hold
They're
one
tiny.
up?
They're so tiny. They're like
they look the same size.
They look that way, but I wish I had a regular Skittle for scale. They're tiny. That doesn't help.
Now eat one slowly.
Like, look, I'll put one on my face.
Oh, your face for
Oh.
scale. Okay. Okay. Oh, down the shirt,
Oh.
down the shirt.
It's
Yes.
a tittle now.
I'll put one in my nose for scale.
Okay, cool.
A tittle.
Ah. Oh, don't trigger.
Trigger warning.
Shut up.
Trigger warning. Candy and nose. Candy.
Oh,
and
nose candy. Oh, don't worry. It's
coming this summer.
I lost
A
nothing.
tail. A tail.
I lost nothing
Bad
to it. It's
decisions.
Now eat it.
That really almost went up my nose. I had to go to the emergency room.
It just ends with Chrissy having to go to the ER.
Right. It's not your kid's not big enough to put like something up his nose yet, but you did, right? Frank would be
Civil
like,
War.
"What the fuck happened?"
They're Lila sized.
Oh.
Gino.
Gino.
Gino. First time lunch.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
2 new hot chicks on the bottom row.
Hey, sweet cheeks.
I can hear you giggling. You may as well just come say hello.
I saw. Oh, is he coming? Is Gino coming? I'm so excited.
Kiki, don't forget the new phrase that you learned. Get a
which
hold
one?
of yourself.
Hey,
Get a hold of yourself. I have to start telling you.
Where am I holding myself?
Oh, that's why I wouldn't have
Like
said
this.
it. But yes, get a hold of yourself. I have to start saying
you
that
should
to
also
And you
start
have to
saying,
say that while you shake somebody by the shoulders.
Don't you think you've had enough, Gino? Start saying that as well. That's
Haven't you had enough?
Hey, I'm Missy.
Hi, Gino. Also, how dare you come down to South Carolina and not come hang out with us?
We'll come. Oh, please. I don't need to be invited places. You know, we'll just show up.
I know, but they know we're coming this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I know. We'll have to plan another trip.
We're
too.
going in August as well.
Oh yeah, we
When
are.
in August?
The end of August.
Oh, okay, cool.
Send your dates. Yeah, we'll be there a little bit longer that time too.
If we drive down, Dr. Steve's like, if you ever go see him, you drive right by my house. I'm like, oh, I'll come by your house.
And now we're
Dr.
inviting Dr. Steve.
Aren't-
Get a hold of
He's
yourself.
supposed to come too.
Wait,
we just
aren't
don't have dates.
that with Dr. Steve still? Aren't you guys still beefing?
No, oh my God, Dr. Steve did a skit on a skit, as they say on Landau's show about like some fecal thing where they give you. I can't even get into it, but it's like it could cause
blood.
Yeah, and he did a joke, and he said it could cause all kinds of problems, and then
He showed a picture of Gino, and it
he's
was
like,
hilarious.
In some cases, it's even more severe, and he showed my fucking headshot. It was so
That's
fucking
really
hilarious.
funny.
I love Dr. Steve. I just yell at him because he's a doctor, and I can't yell at Dr. Fauci. He's not a doctor.
Oh no, don't get him started. Stop it.
Get a hold of.
Yeah,
No,
that's right. I don't.
Get a
wanna
hold of yourself.
Slow this man down.
Yeah. Speaking of South Carolina, I need Friday off, Aaron. We're on a plane to South Kakalaki.
Well, God damn it.
Do it like the Simpsons. Be like, I don't know how we'll replace you, and just have like a chicken pecking at the keyboard.
Yeah,
or
like a
rock.
wooden pecking bird.
One of the birds. Yeah.
Just use his. Oh, you know what? I'll do it like a whole. I'll make his headshot talk. I'll do like a bunch of them. You can play
we'll
them
have
the whole
Stance
time.
will do a talking Gino mouth.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Hey, am I done grinding? Hold a very good show. Am I done with it?
Get a hold of yourself.
No, you didn't grind a hold. A very good show. I'm here.
But I've made it even slower somehow, Aaron.
You're handsome.
I saw your rant from Gratcast yesterday that My Lost Interest posted. You were on one, my friend.
Oh my God. And My Lost Interest clipped it perfectly, so I looked even less insane. He took out the ums and the fucks that I like to throw in while I'm thinning, Baba Louie.
You were angry.
What are you left with after that?
Not much. Just a lot of get the hell away. Just Nick Rekieta, I don't trust you. Just shit like that.
Yeah.
More Skittle.
Yeah, just putting my nose where it rarely belongs. It's what I do. Yeah, you know.
You're doing great.
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go get a hold of myself.
Get a hold of yourself.
Because
Oh,
I said there
he's
were
back.
two hot chicks at the bottom. I called Aaron a hot chick.
Because I'm on the bottom with.
And then and when I'm sending it, that girl's leaving. I'm like, leave them on the bottom. Don't switch the order. Why am I still talking?
Yeah.
You could have just shouted it, but thank you.
Also, Gino, you're not
COVID,
allowed to say skit until you're 65.
Skit.
I
Yeah.
also have to go. I am going to get up very early in the morning.
Okay.
And so I am going to leave. As I
You'll all be watching.
oh.
I'm just kidding.
I have to go sleep in my bed alone.
Hey, you're not
awesome.
alone. You always have Jesus.
I love
Always have
more
Jesus
room.
Christ.
No one kicking your kicking blankets.
Just great, you know.
You have Gordo. You have all of your new internet friends. Everybody seems to be on your side.
Oh, everyone just loves me. Yeah.
Don't worry.
You'll be okay.
I think you know
gotta-
what?
You have to fill the void with positive things. You know.
I think you are, Aaron, hanging out with neighbors, karaoke in the garage.
Oh God, did you see my daughter fucking nailing it on walking in Memphis? Would you guys like to see my daughter before I leave crush it doing
Don't show
walking
your
in-
daughter on the internet,
It's
should
from
you?
it's from behind. Like you can't see her face.
Okay.
She's
No,
just
it's my daughter from behind. She'll like it.
It's my daughter from behind. Don't worry.
let me see here. You know what? Fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Aaron,
sometime.
it's fine. We all know
Guys-
you're a good dad. You don't have to.
I
prove it.
saw it and it was remarkably. She's my
She
God.
was very, very good. All right. I'm leaving. It was wonderful to see all of you, and I am going to go to bed. It is way past my bedtime.
All right, Aaron, I hope
Aaron.
you don't hate me.
Bye. Oh, it's fun. No. We're fast friends.
I mean, it was my only first interaction really with you.
Well, see, I'm not so bad.
She's going to change everything she said about how you're not a narcissist now. I'm just
I
kidding.
appreciate. Yeah,
You're really not. You're not.
He's not. No.
I was like I said, I'm like, we can't force this. I feel like people are trying to force this look on you, and I'm like, it's just not happening. And I'm sorry.
And look how, that's her clinical opinion. Exactly.
I think I'd have to be the most self-abusing narcissist of all time.
Yes, I got a slew of.
You're gonna be
text
okay,
messages
Aaron.
from a
You're doing it.
All
Just
right.
breathing, processing. Go sleep cozy.
I am leaving. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great rest of
Goodbye,
your
Aaron.
show,
We love
Chrissy, and
you.
thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, Aaron.
Oh,
it really is.
Wow.
Jackass says Gino is using Grecian formula on collars and cuffs. I don't know what that means. Keely Chow, when you're in South Carolina, say hi to Mexican Iron Man for me.
Who dat?
I don't know who that is. Kentucky Tim. Great things happen since Thursday. Let us all be thankful and appreciate family. I'd do anything for my daughter. Aw. Thanks, Kentucky Tim.
Sweet. Oh my gosh. This has flown by. My God.
Flown. I know. I keep checking my phone to see if the bean is okay.
Do you have like a little camera on him on your phone?
No, but when we have him in his own room, we would have a little camera on him. But that won't be till like 6 months or a year. So I'm gonna push it to the year part.
Are you gonna be one of those moms that like lets their children sleep in your bed?
I already am. No, we
that's fine. He's
we
an
nap
infant.
with him a little bit. Like he does his mostly sleeping in his bassinet, but then like he'll do little naps like with us in bed. I'll put him on a pillow and then I'll just like put one hand under the pillow and then I put one hand on his chest and I just look at him. While he sleeps. I go, are you sleeping? And he goes,
He's like my pug. Yeah.
So cute.
Just sleeps by your head and just snorts.
Or I put the megaphone up to his ear, like, are you sleeping?
Yes. Are you sleeping yet? Do you need to feed?
Are you hungry? I'll put the
You
siren
hungry?
on.
My nipples are ready. If you are. Let me know.
I'm leaking over here.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
So
what's wrong
cute.
with me? Oh, okay.
He puts all other babies to shame.
What
He
is it?
that
But
good.
I feel like every mom probably feels this way. They think their baby is the cutest.
No,
But,
that
like
baby
the
Anthony
baby
says
actually
really cute
is the
baby.
cutest.
I feel like for like someone like Anthony to say that like you have a really cute baby says a lot because like he's
He's
like
seen things.
he's seen pretty ugly babies out there.
Yeah. I see
That's the
commercials
thing
and I go, ugh, what is this kid doing on a commercial?
That's the thing in the South. You go like,
Nice
wow,
blanket.
you have such a cute baby, right? And then you go, that is the ugliest baby I've ever seen. That is just not a cute baby.
Some of these babies, like in these Instagram commercials for things, they look fucking retarded. Not that there's anything wrong with a Downs baby. I mean, other than the obvious.
Those are actually
But,
really
like,
cute.
yeah, they are cute.
Downs
They're
babies are like
whimsical.
extra cute.
Yeah,
I
they're
was
like
not a cute baby. My brother was. My mother was like, that's exactly how I imagined my first child. Rocco came out like, it's him. Oh my God, so cute. They said I was 10 pounds. I looked like David Letterman. They were like, it wasn't cute. It was just
oh, but you're such a cute
But-
adult.
yeah, cute or passable. I don't know. Cute in a sad way. But no, I was not a cute baby. But your baby will be a handsome man, and he's obviously going to be an athlete because he is already he's sprouting up
Yeah.
due to your nipples.
The women here are pretty. Thank you, jackass.
This is my evening wear. This is nighttime Missy.
I've worn this for like a while now. And
I
haven't
got
heard
That looks
from
comfortable
kids in
though.
China.
It's
so
really soft. It's like
it's very cute.
it's almost
Looks
like it's depression soft. You know what I mean? Like it's so soft you could give up on everything.
It looks like it's easy access too.
Oh yeah, I just unbutton it.
Do we have are we allowed
This
to
is
ask?
easy access too.
Are you allowed to ask what?
Do we have a sexy time yet? I know you're allowed, but are you too busy with the baby?
I'm so tired. I mean, like I'm up all night with the baby. I guess I could have done it tonight, but I was here doing this. It's like we're both exhausted all the freaking time.
How could you possibly find the time?
I don't know how anyone does it.
It's coming. It'll be okay.
It's coming. Also, I just feel like not the hottest, but I'll get there.
Well, you look marvelous.
And you're working out again? You were cleared or something?
I was cleared. I went once. I have to go more than that. To make
Oh,
things
well, you know,
happen.
right now Stuttering John has got you up there. He is working out like a lot.
Did he post photos from workouts from like years ago?
No, he's like been like posting like him in the gym lately, like as if he's Joe Rogan. It's really funny.
He's like, I'm in the gym every day now. And then he ate a rotten piece of broccoli on his stream. It was really
But
disturbing.
he called it a salad before he ate the
This is my salad. And it was like,
oh my God.
Oh, and that was the other thing. And I only catch snippets of him, but he did. I was in
all
an
you can
Uber,
handle,
and there must
honestly.
have been nothing on. And I heard him say, I come from a long line of geniuses. I'm like, okay, I've had enough.
Okay,
great.
screeching halt back. And if you don't understand, like, and of course we all do, just what an echo chamber the left is. And you said it,
Wait,
Christie, for different reasons. I'm watching
And another thing.
I'm watching with two people last week talk about Trump just saying ridiculous things. And I super chat. I'm like, I'll debate you on it right now, John. Give me a link. He goes, no. And then I tweet. I'm like, I do a stream like I'm like, my next stream I'm going to debate John. And I'm like, I'm sending you the link, John. And he blocked me on Twitter. That's how they debate. Like, no, la, 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 la. But he comes from a long line of geniuses.
He comes from a long line of
long line of
geniuses.
geniuses.
It might have been the rotten salad he ate that he showed everyone. So.
Yeah, it's eating his brain away.
It is. It looked like
Parasites were on that broccoli.
it was white. The broccoli was
Isn't that like
white.
cauliflower then?
That's what I said. And then we looked it up. We're like, well, it's green at the it was really very bizarre. Yeah.
Hot tubs and microphones.
Aaron Imholt.
The Aaron Imholt story. Don't go in the hot tub. Don't go in the hot tub. Don't
It
go
might
in
be
the
too
hot
hot for
It's
you
gonna
and your
be-
wife. You live in Minnesota. Don't get in that hot tub. Narcissists are in that hot tub. What about the
Go
5
in the hot
children?
tub. Don't go in the hot tub. You live in Minnesota. You can't handle in that hot tub.
No.
You're just a small town farm girl living in a hot tub world.
Small town farm girl. She used to paint things, and then she was on Steel Toe morning show, and then Nick Rekieta invited the Coke, and then the internet saw, and Aaron seems like a douche to all, but he's not. Bing, 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 bing.
Nick gave alcoholics a bad name. Did I miss the disco? No, you're right on time.
Happening right now.
God.
Kiki, where can people find you? What's coming up?
Oh, just the same old, same old. If you're not subscribed to Keanu Thompson on YouTube, get subscribed live to Keanu Cast Tuesday, Wednesday, and then, of course, we have Nightlife on Thursday. So, and then Keanu C. Thompson on Instagram and Twitter. Do that. And then, Chrissy, we have a gig coming up in July, right?
July 20th at Jazz on Main in Mount Kisco.
That's so safe.
I'm working.
Love it. I love this. Ooh.
Where'd you get that bread? In the hands.
It's been here the whole time.
The Chrissy eating scream.
Whose hands are those modeled after?
I'll never tell.
They're actual hands.
Ooh,
they're real.
They're petrified hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
these are expensive. No, they weren't. I just couldn't return them. Anyway, Misty, what's coming up for you? Where can people find you?
I am Miss Amherst on Twitter for all your funny Hitler tweets. Yeah, I've been. We're starting that. Who are these narcissists segment on WTP, and as we've seen, that not every subject qualifies, and I think that's the most important thing because some people may think somebody's a narcissist, and I think it's important to know what those differences are, and whatnot. So, I will defend the narcissist title because it has affected me so much being around one in my childhood. So
who was that?
I will not disclose.
Oh,
I don't want to have any,
Okay.
You know how evil people are.
Yeah.
I
love that.
But yeah,
Can
I don't.
we throw
they're terrible
Gino
people.
into the ring of narcissism? Let's see. What would you think?
I would love to. I see that's the thing where it's like we could break it down, but I don't think Gino is at all.
I don't think he is either. He's
No.
just the kindest.
They don't. Narcissists don't have good relationships or long-standing relationships. As they get older, their circle gets smaller, which I think that's not a good.
I can think of a good example. Yeah.
I never took him as a narcissist or anything.
No.
I mean, my God, the man is just, he'd do anything for me. He barely thinks about himself.
Personality disorders that come from other things, and there's other things to apply to the differential of whatever personality issues you may have, which 15% of people have a personality disorder of something. And a lot of them are women. Actually, women are graded differently with personality disorders. It's called heretic or something. There's a specific word which basically is kind of hymen is something. But it basically means hymen because it is effective. Women are higher in neuroticism. We do have these uteruses that fuck with our head. So
is there a personality disorder for continually going into TJ Maxx when you don't need anything?
That's called Michaeline Cardilano Thompson disorder. That is my mother's disorder. She would say she was going grocery shopping for us and to cook dinner. 9 p.m. She'd come back with 6 throw pillows and 2 lamps and be like, "Come get the groceries." That is,
Yeah.
if anyone has that
groceries,
disorder,
what?
it's my mother. Yeah.
Like, no one ever needs anything at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Like, no one needs.
The second you walk into Home Goods and you see that retarded corral line, it just like keeps going and then it goes all the way back and out. And I'm just like, no, there is
It's worth
nothing in this
waiting in
store that
line.
will make me wait
Yeah.
for that.
TJ
Nothing.
Maxx line is the worst. It looks like it's every like the worst of humanity. It looks like a fucking Ellis Island like waiting line. Just like all the worst people in line buying the worst shit.
Maybe the TJ Maxx in Rock Hill, because there's never really a line. I went there after a surgery. I wasn't supposed to even be
That's a
walking.
great post-surgery store.
Yeah, I wasn't even. There's something about TJ Maxx in Rock Hill that will cheer you up no matter what. But then when I go in New York, yes, that corral of a line, I'm like, nothing is worth this. But it is
The
like
TJ
hunting.
Maxx like Home Good hybrids. Have you seen those?
No,
Those are
but that sounds
terrible.
amazing.
Bad.
It
Really
makes
bad.
you feel like you need everything and nothing, you know.
Dad jokes for closing. My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall to her. I said maybe. That's funny. Jackass. Missy, who was your favorite poet you were reading?
Yeah, actually, I remember from this. Lord Byron was always my favorite.
Lord Byron.
Read some of his stuff.
Sounds like he works at a Renaissance fair.
Let me see if I have.
When
Yeah,
I
here's
was in
some of
Iraq,
his.
I read Dylan Thomas. That's
This
cool.
book smells really good too.
Oh, let me smell that book.
Smells old as fuck.
Yeah, I
Like
want to
a
get
library
that book on my
book.
face and smell it. Sit that book right on my face.
Yeah.
Smell those old ass pages.
Lord
Yeah.
Byron.
Lord Byron of the Manor.
Lord Byron.
Lord
Maid of Athens, ere we apart. Give me back my heart.
Oh, it crushes you.
going.
Yeah.
I stood in Venice on the bridge of sighs. A palace and a prison on each hand.
I love it.
I will not eat green eggs and ham.
I will not do it, Sam. I am.
I would not, could not in a boat.
I would not, could not. Steel
In a
toe
moat.
tuck. In a moat.
Could you with a mouse?
I would not, could not with a mouse. I would not, could not in this house.
Would not, could not. Yes. Lest you draw near.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Wow, that was cool.
Love you guys. I feel like
Thanks.
I tested for some of these mental disorders you speak of.
Chrissy, you don't have any mental
You
disorders.
do not.
You told us at the beginning of the stream that because you're breastfeeding, you have 20% less of your brain, which I don't believe because you.
That's a significant amount.
Yeah,
I don't even use that much of it to begin with.
day.
That's
Like-
just something they tell the boy run media tells you women have. When you're breastfeeding, you use 20% less of your brain. That's ridiculous.
I know. How can you even? Who did the measurements on that? How did you
Yeah,
figure
don't we
that
use
out?
like a crumb of our brain anyway?
Yeah.
So 20% less of that crumb.
A crumb.
I'm not a doctor, but please.
I love you guys. All right. Love you,
Love
chat.
you too. Miss you
We'll
guys.
see you next time. Love
Glad I
you.
get to see you
Bye.
here.